Thor the Thunderer, son of Odin, prince of Asgard. But today, above all things, I am an Avenger, and this world is under my protection.
Reed, look, it's Thor!
Stay thy hand, villain. I command thee, halt.
Across the rainbow bridge of Asgard, where the booming heavens roar, you'll behold in breathless wonder the god of thunder
Greetings, travelers, Wiz Kids, and Wordplayers. It is not Wednesday, so it is not another WoW Wednesday. It is the first of its kind on this holiest of days, celebrating Yule. It is Thorsday, and I am joined by my Warriors 3. I, of course, got the fat, bearded ginger, stimulated cynic.
What a jerk.
Yeah, I flipped it on you. And my Hogun, because he's the, Asian, black-haired Jesker James.
magical anime twink.
And by process of elimination, he is my Faendrel, Ruby King.
Hello, everybody. I am Ruby King.
How is he's your mother? Yeah.
I told you by process of elimination. You're the one wearing the picture. I mean, like, you pigeonholed yourself right away.
Maybe you should have put Thor in your picture like me.
Yeah, we're surrounded. Everyone has a red beard here, but Jesker.
Well, that's because he can't grow facial hair, though.
That is
Yeah,
true.
you twink.
Let's welcome.
You say that like it's a negative.
Welcome the chat. Of course, Summer Swan, Winter
Hello,
Raven.
Summer
Happy Thorsday, the
Happy
holiest of
Thursday!
days. My sketchbook says Thor is trans. Well, I mean his brother / sister is.
What? Loki?
Yeah, Loki is gender fluid now in the comics.
I mean,
Well, he
like in
fucked
the
a horse
midst, in the
mythology,
midst
so
too,
it's okay.
but anyway.
Yeah, no, he got fucked by a horse and then he gave birth.
Yeah,
That's
and
Listen
N2
here.
Paints, it's the Thunder Dab. Sketchbook asked where were we? We were a little late. These dweebs were talking Dragon Ball, so they were a little
You're
late.
welcome. I sent everybody over to your channel. You're welcome.
Yeah.
you're
Well,
well.
we
Well,
are going to
report,
actually
Jester.
talk. We are going to talk Dragon Ball today as well.
Oh.
And Mordred Kane had some unkind words for Cynic, as many often do.
Mordred Kane did? Mordred Kane's my best friend in the world.
So
I don't think you know what a friend is.
Yeah, that's a best friend, right?
No.
You sure?
Stray Beans is also
No.
here. Said I read the first 2 issues of Immortal Thor. Very interesting. Of course, the sacred text. As I forced Cynic at gunpoint to read. He wanted to read it to find things he could hate, things he could poke in, but he was like, no, it's not bad. Like, no, it's not bad. It's got some sauce in there a little bit. It's
I
good
never
stuff.
said that. Now you're putting words
There
in my
we go.
mouth.
That is, he said it before the show. He's gonna try to. Well, Jesker, you can wear the Goku all you want,
There we go.
because
That's
after
better.
tonight, you're gonna be tearing down all your Goku stuff. You're gonna be like the king that I worshipped. He's weak. He's so you're
Not
gonna
in
be
a million
hanging.
years.
You're gonna be burning a Yule goat in Thor's honor.
Please forgive
Jesus
me, Chester.
Christ.
Forgive
Yeah, Mordred
me.
Kane didn't say anything mean. I went back up there and read it.
All right,
He
I'm
said,
just trying to.
He said, "Hey, Wizard, tell Cynic he's super happy because that's what gay
Uh,
means. Alabama retard. I don't know what that word means. I'm a little.
It means
retarded.
you're incapable of being Alabamian. So
Okay.
Man, look at that.
He
goat,
says
man.
Alabama retard watch is worse than being just gay. So I don't understand what that sentence means. So I take it as good
So,
stuff. All right.
Nice Goku, Jester.
yeah. And
Thank
as keen-eyed viewers will know, Samurai Snowman not here tonight. He is in the great state of obesity, and
Wow.
he could not come on. But
Wow.
Thank you, Stray Beans. I said the same thing.
He looks kind of goofy. So like we could go over some of like it's like his last costume that he had, people really liked. It's the one that he kind of had when he was Herald of Thunder, but it has like the white rune on his chest. That one's a cool one. I'm more of a sucker for the Kirby costume. I was looking at my background earlier and I'm like they're still they still kind of use this look, right?
It's
And
a
that's
solid
kind of
costume.
it's kind of crazy for Marvel to like usually the first appearance costumes kind of disappear over time, but like Hulk, Spider-Man's, Thor's, you know, they keep it around.
Maybe because they're kind of simplistic in a way,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps, or I don't know. Like Hulk's pretty simplistic because it's just what ripped up purple pants.
Yeah, like it's the green and purple combo, basically.
Yeah, it's a green and purple combo. Where Spider-Man is just simplistic but striking in a way. You know,
Spider-Man. What I mean? You think Spider-Man has a simplistic costume until you try to draw it.
Because of the webbings and shit.
Yeah, all those
webs.
lines.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I tried drawing Spider-Man once. Then I decided to just draw Spawn instead.
We have our Odin here has joined our one gun.
How are you gonna call yourself Odin and not have an image of Odin?
He couldn't draw one fast enough.
He doesn't know how to change his avatar.
I can draw one fast enough. Yeah. Oh, what's up, everybody? Odin is here in the motherfucking house. What's up? Where my son at? I need to slap him.
Well, I mean, technically, in the comics currently, you know, you're dead. So.
Oh shit! I'm a god. How the fuck I'm? Oh man.
Yeah, you're like super dead.
Well, Norse gods aren't immortal.
Actually,
No,
I'm like sleeping, dude. I'm sleeping until one of my damn sons start like a fool.
No, like literally, you are dead.
Literally
and Thor has all of your power.
All of it. The All Father, the
wow.
sleep, everything. Yeah, you're stupid dead.
Damn kids.
Thor, he'll be back. Odin will be back.
So, N2 Paints, we're leaving all that at the door today because, like I said, it is the holiest of days, and we are here to talk about one comic character only. Well, technically multiple, because we're talking about who Thor can mollywop in a fight, because it would be awful, but we'll get to that later.
Forgive me.
First, I guess like doing the weeks is a Wow Wednesday thing, but Cynic, I guess, how was your holiday?
It was great, man. Hung out with family, got some cool presents and monies and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a great time. Ate a whole bunch of cookies. Now I got to go back to the gym and start all over.
Oh yeah, I feel that, only without the working out. So I'm just like bruh.
But no, it was fantastic, man.
My stepson ate my cookies.
I would have beat him.
That would have beaten.
It was funny. I took my mom to go Christmas shopping. We stopped by Sam's, and they had like this huge tray of like 100 cookies for $20. And I was like, I think I might get that. And I was like, no, I'll talk myself out of it. And I finished doing my shopping. I went up to the car, and here comes my mom with the buggy and that big tray of cookies. And I was like, son of a bitch, Mom. Jesus. Now I've got to eat all these. So I've got like half a tray left. So, good time.
I want some cookies.
Yeah, dude, these are great. They have s'mores.
Ooh.
Like they're like homemade s'more cookies, like 2 different types of those, plus chocolate chip, plus like some sort of almond thing. I don't know.
Feed
Are any of them
me.
shaped like Mjolnir? Mjolnir?
Say that again.
Mjolnir.
What before that? You nailed the Mjolnir. It was the previous part of that sentence that you stumbled through.
Mjolnir. Like, you sound like that. I can't repeat it.
It's like Ruby saying it like cat.
Meow.
Mjolnir.
Or like Darcy and Thor 1 and 2, she calls it Meow Meow. She doesn't even try. Meow Meow.
Yeah. Look, these are fucking Scandinavian names or whatever. I can't fucking say all those.
Nordic names.
Nordic names.
No, anyway, so
Yeah, near cat Thor.
Ruby, how was yours? How was your holiday?
It was pretty good. I had to work. Then I went on these streams with these guys as I wait for my old lady to come back from Mississippi to give me my fucking food that I ate in front of her. Then I went to sleep after commenting on streams and shit. So it was good. And my stepson ate my fucking cookies, and I was kind of, I was really upset. I'm not gonna lie and say I was upset. I wasn't upset. He could eat them. All right, I lie. I was very upset. I should slap the shit out of him next time I see him.
Yeah, you were heartbroken.
Yeah, very heartbroken.
Yeah, I'd probably beat that kid personally. But you know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
Jesker, how was yours?
Yeah, man, it was good. Like we got together, we did most of our stuff on Christmas Eve. We do like a special little thing, like we fry up a shit ton of country ham, some gravy and biscuits, made a couple of pies. I mean, the shit was good, man. Opened gifts. Everybody had a good time. It was a good Christmas. Good Jesus' birthday. I enjoyed it.
And one gun.
Oh, I decided to stay away from my diseased, infested nieces and nephews. So, and
Shit.
All right.
Holy
Strong
shit.
words.
I'm sorry, man. This time of year I can't be around kids because of flu and shit. You know, I can't do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I do bad with the flu. So I'm
You
like,
make it sound bad, like really
they,
bad.
them little fuckers. They've got snotty nose. They want to run and hug you. And then they don't wipe their hands. They fucking nasty little varmints.
Oh my God.
Varmints.
Yeah. Then summer comes, then they come over and they hang out with their great uncle, and everything's cool.
That's nice.
My holiday was pretty easy. I didn't have to work, and no one came over on Christmas, so it was like, all right.
Yeah, I haven't worked since Monday, and gotta say I like this whole not working thing. If it wasn't for bills, I'd just stick with it.
Yeah, gotta get that.
That's a kind look at things.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I got Court of Owls, the collected like edition thing.
Nice.
And I got a collection of Doctor Strange magic playing card things. That's like, it's basically like Doctor Strange playing cards, and they come in like a metal case. That like you can like they're in just like a metal cover that makes it look like a book.
Oh, okay, like a tome.
Yeah, and then you can. It has like a little instruction booklet on how to do like sleight of hand tricks and stuff like that.
Yeah, how to worship Satan. Yeah, I got it.
I was gonna go for a wicked joke and say it's the Grimmery, and I was just
gonna say like,
well,
I mean, technically, I mean, if it was the dark hold, it would be the demonic spells, but this would probably be the book of Ashanti, which is
so that's not really Satanism per se. It's just like Satanism
adjacent. Yeah.
It's still heresy, I guess, because
it's still heresy, of course, but the Satanism is
Now-
not really there.
Now Doctor Strange is Sorcerer Supreme of Asgard, believe it or not.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's like a book they're coming out with.
Wait. What?
That's
I don't know the full context, but it's like I said, it's coming out. It's like
Asgard. Asgard has a Sorcerer Supreme.
They will now. He's going to be the first, which I do know Thor fans aren't happy with, because there's like other magical people that can fill that title better, and that it's basically Strange just showed up and colonized it, is what they're saying.
That just sounds dumb.
That's what we white people do. We colonize every place, everywhere.
Even other white people, even other white people's places.
Damn,
That's right,
colonizers.
Man. That's right, man. We got tired of colonizing everybody else. We decided to colonize each other.
Now you're colonizing the gods. Jesus Christ! Do you white folks in y'all trickology have no limits?
All right, we don't need.
No, not really.
Anyway,
so yeah, that was about my holiday.
Cynic loves that shit. He loves it.
I was actually I do love that, but I was also just scrolling through Twitter, and I see a couple people getting a taste of the medicine I got for a few days. So
oh, you gotta link me. I gotta see this.
A spoonful of sugar.
Save it for your guys' shows.
Yeah, I'm not going into anything specific.
Yes.
I'm just saying you guys have
this
fun.
This is a holy day. It's a holy day.
A holy day on Wizard's Eve. How's that?
No, it's Yule. It's Thorsday, and
Is it actually Yule? Is that actually Yule today?
Well, Yule's like a week-long celebration.
Yeah, Christmas is supposed to be 12 days. It's supposed to start on Christmas and
you're
go
right.
until New Year's.
That's why it's called the 12 days of Christmas.
Bingo.
Yule starts on the 21st and ends January 1st.
Yeah, so I need to burn a goat this weekend.
You gotta make a goat out of straw, and you gotta burn it.
What if I burned a real
You gotta
goat?
burn a goat.
That's what they did, dude. Burn a goat, you know.
Can
Yeah,
I
but
just
what if I
draw
burned a real
goat?
goat, not one out of straw?
Can I just
I
draw a
don't-
goat and burn it?
Yeah, it's a straw goat. I'm pretty sure a
Is
real
it
goat.
better if I done a real goat though? Like, will Thor visit me and give me more presents?
Probably. You know that. So,
Here's the new PS5.
goat made of straw and red ribbon.
Yeah,
Linked
yeah,
in
but
our-
yeah, it's supposed to
Red
like
chain-
signify
Oh no,
the
I'm reading.
blood.
I'm assuming that they actually burnt or they cooked a real goat or something.
I'm not gonna cook it. I'm just gonna sacrifice it alive.
A
bleeding.
six-pack of
Yeah.
blood,
In
like-
Sweden, they do a Yule buck,
Oh,
What?
but it is still a goat though.
okay.
I wonder
So,
what goat tastes like.
It's real stringy. It's really
Goat's really
stringy.
good. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
tough.
like it.
It's really tough though.
Y'all have actually ate a goat?
Yes.
No, my mom has though, but she said she didn't like it. I
Ugh,
think.
I'm not eating.
I
Are
don't
you
know,
from
bro.
Tennessee and never ate
I'm
goat?
telling you,
I-
Jesus.
I have never ate a goat, bro.
it would
You know,
probably.
Thor has 2 grams that he fucking eats.
So-
He kills them and eats
Yeah,
them.
so that's the thing. And so I was going to explain that the Yule goat comes from the fact that Thor has a chariot that he like. Thor in the mist doesn't really fly. He rides a flying chariot.
Yeah.
Like the goats fly. So the goats he can actually like kill them, eat them, and then they'll be like rebirthed like the next day or whatever.
Oh,
so that he can
a
like.
wizard. I've
eat them.
always had this like kind of like wondering about you, and I always wondered, you know,
All right.
if Marvel came to you and asked you to do
Very good.
like a Thor series, what would your Thor series be like?
What would my Thor series be like?
Yeah. What would your Thor series be like?
I like when Thor battles more mythical threats. He's kind of gone through them all. They had to start making up new ones for this recent stuff. Yeah, like I guess mine I would do like one of those past Thor stories that they do where he's the younger Thor and he's doing more like Viking tales and he's fighting like trolls and giants and stuff like that, and it's not really a modern Avengers story. It's more like that. I would do like try to tell some kind of like singular story within the ancient past time frame or something like that. Like a lot of the times if you're handed the reins now, right, you gotta work around so much. And you know, Al Ewing is doing that with Immortal Thor, and he's tying in stuff that was started in the last Thor run, possibly, where basically like Thor was prophesized to die, and so they're basically weaving that in now to Immortal Thor. And,
okay.
it's basically what the title Immortal means in the Immortal Thor story, which Cynic, I was going to talk to you about it because you read, we both read, I reread up to issue 5. You read it for the first time.
Yeah.
Issue 3 specifically. Did you notice the one where Thor crafts his axe, right? Did you notice anything thematic about that story?
Not really. I mean, what were you getting at with that? I mean, he gets taken there by Loki or whatever, and then Loki's asking him, "Do you trust me as a friend? Do you trust me as a brother? Do you trust me as an enemy?" And then he sits there and he goes, "You've got." He says something along the lines of like, "You've got what you need by what you keep in your helmet." And then he crafts he gets all pissy, and then he destroys the planet. Basically, like all the foliage. Yeah, right there. He's destroying all the foliage.
Yeah. So right here, right?
Yeah.
He's like, well, you must be hungry, right? Here's a bunch of food. And then he's like, no.
He said, I turn these rocks into food for you. Yeah.
Yeah, and he destroys it. And then later on, he's like, well, like, you know, you could leave this place if you killed yourself, and the Valkyries would surely catch you. You're all Father of Asgard. And he says no. And then later on,
he says there's some rules that even gods have to.
Yeah,
I like
and
the
he says
coloring
like,
on this.
he goes like, I'll let you go if you bow to me and, you know, declare me king of Asgard.
Yeah.
And he says no. Does that remind you of anything else?
It does. It reminds me of when Jesus spoke to Satan.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
Immortal Thor, because Immortal Hulk was Al Ewing said was inspired by the Old Testament. Immortal Thor is inspired by the New Testament.
I like
And
that.
so
Okay, yeah.
I like that a
so
lot, actually.
there's a couple things with that, and this is one of the more glaring ones. But it's possible with Thor's like prophesized death, we're gonna get like a death and a resurrection type deal.
I separate my mind so much from like Christianity when I read these sort of things nowadays because you know modern comics and stuff normally they shit on it, right? But no, that's a very good, you know, pretty 1-for-1 right there. And I do like where he says, "Now I know you're a liar because you would never sit on the throne."
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
I think this definitely works way better with Thor than fucking Superman.
I thought you were gonna say Jesus.
What? No.
Wow.
No. What the? No.
Lord, forgive him.
I may not be a good Christian, but I do consider myself a Christian.
Lord, forgive him. He's missing a couple of brain cells.
But no, that whole book 3, it started out like a little boring to me, and then it gets really good. I liked it. It was awesome.
Yeah.
My God, that got me wanting to read it now. Like that actually got me wanting to read it.
Yeah,
I'm reading
like
it. I'm gonna finish it this weekend, or as as much as on there.
What issue?
Yeah, those first 5, issue 3, yeah, or issue 3.
Yeah, I was able to read up from the annual all the way to 5 today.
Yeah, skip the annual.
Don't read the annual. It has
annual's crap.
And there's
Annual
artifacting in it and stuff. Like,
yeah. Jim is here. Jim tells you, hello, Jim. Merry Christmas. It is not Christmas anymore, Jim. It is Yule, and it is Thorsday, holiest of days.
I swear,
oh my God, this
North
supremacist bullshit.
We're all going to hell.
Jesus is the goat, but not
well,
today.
Wait a minute.
Technically, Jesus is the lamb, is he not?
No, there's I've heard somebody say that technically he is the goat because they sacrifice a ram in the Old Testament. So you don't usually sacrifice lambs, you sacrifice rams. So.
And
like a truck?
No. A ram is a grown-up lamb.
It's also a truck.
Yeah, but only for like a certain culture. We're not going to go there.
Okay, we're gonna. So anyway, Cynic, I was telling you about how those recent issues they changed the artist. Like the artist that I was just showing off, he leaves after a certain point to do Ultimate Wolverine. They
you
get
said
this
it was
new
after
guy.
book 5, or
I don't know if it's after book 5, but it's after book 5, but like down the line, like it's not directly after. I don't remember when there's a trade off, but
because even that art, it's good, but there's a few things that I'm reading that I'm looking at, and I'm like, that could be better.
This is the most recent art, and before the show I said, like Cynic, it looks like I drew this in a lot of ways, in a bad way. So like this is the one of the panels from the most recent art, like it's held up by coloring. It's held up by coloring, but like
Enchantress. I like it. Enchantress.
Oh my God.
Like,
hey boys,
like
what did y'all do? Like before oh my God, man. Look how square-headed he is.
Look at this.
There's no detail. Look at the fingers. Those are fingals. Those aren't fingers. Those are fingals. Look at that. Like, look at go back up to that panel right there. Look at him on the right. Look at his fist. Look at his finger.
Right.
Now look at the other one. Now look at the one he's pointing.
Yeah.
Look at my finger.
Look at even right here
where
they like
looks like a regular, just a basic ass hammer.
Like they didn't like cut it. No, so this is Thor's son Magni from an alternate timeline that they used magic. Spoilers, but they used magic to bring him into the main 616.
What's up, Baki?
I mean, his head kind of looks like a boulder.
Yeah, dude, they squared him up too much.
That's bad.
that's Ripaverse good, says Stray Beans.
Oh, that's not. No, actually, I've seen.
I hate to say this. Yeah, I've seen Ripaverse do better, man.
Yeah,
that's
people
pretty
said
bad, bro.
People said like this is like Immortal Thor got like the largest downgrade for like art. Like they
that coloring is so rough. Oh, why is the coloring?
Look at Grey Gargoyle.
What the fuck is this Batman?
Like the coloring feels all right. You know how like when you see these indie comics that are coming out and you see the coloring in them?
Wait, go back.
Like we saw one yesterday we looked at, right?
Look at that mush mouth.
It's that sort of coloring. Like look at the. Why is the shade? Go back up to Gray Gargoyle on that same panel. Where's the?
Right here.
So the light source is coming from in front of him. Why is
Mhm.
Why is the top of his nose shaded?
Yeah, like he's supposed to be wearing a mask, he's just not. But like if they put his mask there, it wouldn't, because he's got like a domino mask normally.
Oh, look at
There's-
Bifrost. The Bifrost looks terrible. It just looks like a basic bitch rainbow.
Well, yeah,
It's
when you
so
see it like
cool in
that,
the first 5 books. Like
yeah,
when
like
they,
that first
when
couple
they piece
issues.
it
and-
together, like it
that's not-
comes together like a stained glass and stuff. Like
Mhm.
That's not the Bifrost. That's the Care Bears. They make a cameo.
yeah, that
That's
was
the
a,
Care Bears there.
yeah, because it's not supposed to be arched like that either. Jesus Christ, man.
So yeah, so like I said, the
No,
art
this is so bad.
art takes a massive downturn.
Oh
And like I
God, I'm
said,
so
read-
sad. I'm excited for this story.
Read
I hate
Ultimate
you
Wolverine.
so much, Wizard. I hate you so much.
Yeah, I brought great holy joy to you, only to like turn it away.
No.
One thing that Thor fans might take might have umbrage with, I guess, is that Magni originally in the original timeline was worthy to wield Mjolnir, so Thor throws it to him.
Yeah.
To like see he's holding it, and Thor, being Allfather, can actually decide who wields it or not.
Yeah. He says that in like issue 4 or 5.
Yeah. So he
No, it's issue 5, I
specifies.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, he specifies that it's like I'm not, like I did not deem him worthy. So like he's not Magni right now is not worthy to pick up Mjolnir
So why is he holding it?
because
allowing it.
no,
No.
Thor's not allowing it.
Yeah, so
Oh, it's
well, I
not?
don't want to
Okay.
spoil it for you,
Magni-
but like he can decide, and he decides that someone's holy, or is worthy of picking it
Worthy,
up
yeah.
for like story reasons,
Mm-hmm.
and so this is just breaking canon of this book.
So he says like my son is the god of strength. Mjolnir is as heavy as it needs to be if you're denied lifting it. But my son is the god of strength, and he's as strong as he needs to be.
Oh, that
and
is
so-
so.
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is
like
people
that
are like
either.
they basically
lame.
kind of did shoot the whole worthiness enchantment right in the back, where it's like, all right, what are we doing here? Like
That's they.
Mjolnir's being polite. He does say like it feels heavier than normal, right? Because he's not worthy of it, but he is strong enough to lift it. But like that shouldn't be possible.
Yeah, but
I
that's
don't
the
care.
immovable object meets an
Yeah.
unstoppable force. So
If
they
anything, he
just
should have been
rip
able
off.
to like nudge it or something, or like,
Yeah.
or like it's enough where he's holding it close to the ground, and then they could make it a feat of like he's not picking it up, but look how it's not even touching the ground. That's his like all of his force. That could have been cool.
Or he can wield it, but it's still so heavy that he can't really like move very well with it. Like he can't really like swing it and hit someone with it.
Yeah.
And Two
So then-
says Mjolnir is being polite.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why like he's being, Jim says this is retarded. Yeah, like this is not like it does this moment where they play catch with it, and the point is that it's like, like this is what mortal fathers do with their sons. But he should have just been worthy of it, and then it could have avoided this whole conflict.
Yeah.
But yeah, so normally Al Ewing is a big like stickler for continuity. Like you'll see as you read Cynic, there's a lot of like random callbacks to the myths, callbacks to the Eddas, callbacks to the original, like some of the comics. Like it's nuts. Like it's like wow, we're calling back. Like even Magni, him being from this alternate timeline, is from one of the like random Marvel stories from like 1998 or something like that. And it was like just like a thing that ended, and then they were like erased from the timeline, and like Thor has the memories of it, but it's never brought up again. And it's like whatever, hey, like it's over, whatever. It was just like one thing, and then they're just like, yeah, it's back now, whatever. And it's like, whoa.
What about Modi? Does Modi shows up?
No,
Or is he a
Modi.
thing?
So like as Stray Beans asked, Thor had 3 daughters. That was the old King Thor timeline. I don't know if that's still with all like the time travel that happened with Gore the God Butcher and all that.
Yeah.
But that hasn't happened. But yeah, so
This
anyway, yeah, so
is so
that's-
sad, man. It's disappointing. Like this hurts my heart.
I mean, there is still like only issue 5. There's still plenty to go. Like that was issue 15, so you got like 10 issues of Saw still. But
All right, then I'm
no,
gonna.
actually,
be
this is
heartbroken.
issue 18, so you got plenty more.
Okay. Then I'm
But
gonna
there
look
is
for
like
myself.
they take a break from doing the Utgard stuff and do like Earth stuff for a while.
Okay.
There's stuff going on with Roxxon and that guy's thing, and there is a bit of like a climate change kind of underlying message, but not really. It's there, but it's not. Like apparently that's Al Ewing's thing. He likes to throw in crap like that, but not in like an egregious way. Like even like there's that part in issue 1 that's like the grifters would have hated it and wrote off the whole book.
Yeah.
Right. But it's nothing, right? Like it's literally nothing.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
it's
I
like-
didn't really see anything wrong with it.
Yeah,
What
but it's just
happened?
like there's a trans flag in the background at one point,
Oh,
right?
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
And so it's like
I
a-
didn't even see that.
I mean,
Yeah,
at this
it's-
point, you kind of have to expect something like that to be
Yeah,
like a
but
background or
it's
something.
it's to illustrate how Thor is as a god of the people when it
Yeah.
comes to Earth, right? He's a man of the people, and so he
Yeah,
helps
it's
out.
literally what he says, like before he
Yeah.
takes his all sleep or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
So like
he pushes himself to like save all these people and to fix everything before it takes over.
yeah. And like someone says like, hey, these mutant haters have captured my mutant friend or whatever, and so Thor shows up and kicks all their asses, and then he parties with them. They're a bunch of college kids, and they have like a trans flag in the background. That's it. It's one panel.
Yeah.
Stray Bean says changing artists like that is straight up a legitimate problem with mainstream comics. It'll hurt rereadability of the story once it's collected. Yeah,
I
like
agree.
you're literally gonna be like flipping a page, and it's gonna be like, you know, the great art, and then it's like, oh.
Yeah, like the art you showed at the beginning is really
Look at
nice.
that.
I like the colors and everything, but daggum, man, the rest of it is
Yeah, like
ugh. I mean, literally, Rippaverse looks better than that shit, and that I actually felt like my heart just had a palpitation when I said that. Like, ugh.
you know, I've shown off the first issue stuff before, how he tells the Blizzard to go away, and he does feats like this too later on when
Yeah,
he
he looks a little twinky though in these.
Well, I mean,
first
that's-
few-
Oh, does he Cynic? What's wrong with that Cynic?
that's the Goldilocks thing.
you
That's
know, just the sexuality mainly.
Oh, okay. So all of us twinks are homosexuals. Is that what I'm hearing?
well,
You
I
said
mean,
it.
I think by definition. Speaking of twinks, you said you liked Loki's design. You said in
Yeah, I like it. It fits him being a trickster and being the storyteller and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I think it fits him.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Like,
then
I
there's
was
like when
waiting
he
for Jesker to show up with him as his profile picture, but
yeah, then he changes his costume a few times when he becomes like
the storyteller and
the
then,
storyteller and
yeah.
Yeah.
then in the issue after issue 5 is like them telling the story of a past mission they won on, which in itself is a retelling of a Marvel comic prior, but he wears his classic costume for that one. Speaking of twinks, Preston has entered the chat. He scripted out for me already. And don't you go deleting that message, Preston. I know you do that. It's on there. It's too late now. You gotta keep it.
Even if
why
he
is Loki-
deletes it, it still shows up in the StreamYard chat.
Yeah, it still shows
Oh,
up in the
that's true.
StreamYard.
It's there
Why is
for
Loki missing a
evers and
tooth? Eh.
evers.
But no,
Yeah,
one of the
I don't know
things-
that story either, Stray Beans. I was wondering the same thing. I was like, that looks like
Yeah.
Jesker.
But like the art here that they do for Tornos coming out of the storm is just so cool.
Oh, that's
like
Tauros. I thought that was Uranus.
no, it's Tornos. He's the like Celtic god of thunder, and they basically take that and make him this Utgard,
The original,
which is
yeah, the
basically an
original
elder
God of Thunder, whatever.
god, basically.
Mhm.
We learn a lot more about the elder gods. Like Thor's mom is an elder god, Gaia. We learn about like their
What?
origins, like
Hold
Yeah,
up,
Thor's
wait a
mo-
minute. But Odin fucked Gaia?
yes. So actually the mothertage of Thor was very randomly retconned and changed around. Originally back in like I think like the 70s they revealed that his mom was Gaia. That's why him being so connected to Earth is part of his character and it's part of his
Yeah, he says
conflict
that.
because he's
Okay.
literally
Yeah, he's
torn
the
from
son of
Asgard and
Midgard or
Earth.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but then they introduced the that then is like his birth mom or his raised mom, Frigga, right? who we know from like the myths and like the Marvel movies, right? So that's who raised him, and he loves them. He loves them both like mothers. And then they threw a big wrench into the works when they, well, as Stray Bean said, so they brought in the fact that Odin had sex with the Phoenix Force back all the way back in like 10,000 BC in Avengers 10,000 BC or whatever. It's like the caveman Avengers story, and Odin is like the Thor of that book. And then the Phoenix Force possesses this red-haired cave woman or whatever. So then you're
telling me that Odin made love to the Phoenix Force.
Phoenix Force, yeah.
And the result was Thor.
No. So he had sex with the Phoenix Force. Then the Phoenix proclaimed itself Thor's mom like millennia later, right? And like, because that was said in like the modern book. And then basically they retcon, they made it a mystery, like, did that happen? And do we know? And then they basically said that what happened was it was some weird thing. It was like the Phoenix Force possessed like Frigga while she raised Thor at some point. It was like, and so like they're all three his mom. It was some convoluted thing, but it basically ends up now that it's like, no, he is Gaia's birth child. Like Gaia did like born him, and that's what everything is going with, right? And anything else is a bunch of like bullshit, and ignore it. Basically, it's like they were trying something. It means nothing. They tried to like make it work, but it's basically the Phoenix Force is a clingy ex-girlfriend. And that's how they basically kind of wrote it.
Dude, you know what this sounds like to me? This sounds like the
Greek mythology.
Yeah, but it sounds like the god version of a soap opera.
Well, that's not all, because then we find out in the Jane Foster Thor run that Mjolnir is actually sentient and has a primordial storm trapped inside of it that Odin captured. We find out that storm is also a woman, and Thor also possibly had sex with it.
Wait, so that was in James Foster Thor?
So
it was they established that the hammer was sentient in Jane Foster's Thor, and then the storm inside of it breaks out and becomes like the goddess of hammers or whatever.
Yeah. So
and
Thor
then
fucked a hammer?
No, Odin fucked the hammer. Odin fucked the storm and then put it inside of the hammer. He fucked an actual storm and put it inside of the hammer.
That's fucking...
Yeah, who wouldn't? I would.
Yeah. So...
That sounds kind
Preston Moore says, Hell Virgins. Sorry, I'm late. I just saw Wicked. What'd you think about it? How'd you like it, Preston? It's amazing, right? It's a great movie. Hushbuck.
Best movie of 2024, in my opinion.
Yeah, so this is...
So that's Sonic the Hedgehog 3, Barrel.
I am seeing that
We're not
weekend.
getting into this. We're not going to do it. Let's go back to
this is a holy
having
day.
sex with
So that's the storm within Mjolnir.
That's what after the storm broke out, this became like the goddess of hammers.
I kind of fucking with it, I'm not gonna lie.
It's like, all right.
Not
So
like
Odin-
that.
Odin banged this. Odin banged
the... Let me see if I can find it.
Odin got a thing for elementals, I see.
Now I don't need to see the Rule 34
the god Tempest.
I
That's
do.
what it was called.
The goddess Tempest.
The god Tempest. What'd you say, Jessica? So this is
I
what Odin made.
I don't need to see the Rule 30. Is that a sperm cell fertilizing an egg?
No, it's literally just a storm in space.
Is that a penis?
So
He's not saying no.
well, I'm saying like that. It's not. It's literally just like this is a swirling storm, and they put it inside of the hammer, and possibly Odin fucked it, but I'm not sure.
Dude, this shit got weird.
Yeah,
Holy
very weird.
fuck.
Anyway, so there was a point.
Cousin?
There was a point where people were trying to figure out, like, or people were basically saying, like, what the heck is Marvel doing with the lineage of Thor? And then they came in, they're like, all right, fuck all that bullshit. We're just going back to what it is, which is he's Gaia's and Odin's son, and that's it. And he's raised by Phrygia, and Phoenix is a clinging ex-girlfriend, and the god Tempest, I'm pretty sure, is dead. And I think actually like the god Tempest was just like confused or something. I don't know, but so yeah, so they ended all that, and now it's basically the fact that Mjolnir is sentient is ignored, because I'm pretty sure Mjolnir broke, and then they repaired it. So like they did kind of like they had it kind of like Thor Ragnarok where the hammer was broken. So I think they were like, well, let's have it be broken in the comics, and then they.
I mean, to be
you'll
fair,
see.
I
You'll
always
see if
kind
you
of
read. Yeah, you'll see if they read up to Immortal Thor. They mention putting it back together.
I always kind of assumed that Mjolnir was sentient to some extent. It just always kind of made sense to me, because it wouldn't let just anybody wield it. But I like the idea that it's basically one of one of the people that Odin fucked back in the day. That I didn't see coming. That not in a million years.
No one saw that
That's
coming when they announced it.
That's just kind of dumb in my opinion, personally.
Yeah, Thor's been kind of getting random stuff thrown at him as far as like lore goes. Right as it stands now, like I was saying, like Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme of Asgard. Apparently in like Phoenix's current comic, she's fighting Thor villains and stuff. Like there's like Thor stuff has just been like silently going crazy for like.
Sounds like they don't know what to do with the guy.
Well, it's not his books. It's just using his mythos. But like no one's using like Egyptian myth or something like that, or like they're just like, hey, use Thor stuff, and it's like, all right, it's all right there, you know, and you use it.
Thor, go fight Ra. What would be the equivalent to Thor in Egypt? Mahis?
Well, I think they've done stuff with the Egyptian gods in Thor before, because they've done it with, you know, Hercules and all that.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
All the pantheons exist in Marvel.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think it'd be Seth.
So
Seth
speaking
would be like the weather god. I don't remember my Egyptian.
No, Set is like
Seth.
Wait,
not Seth.
Yeah, Set is like
no, Seth with an H.
Seth
with an H.
That's what I said.
Like thought.
Okay, so
God.
wait a minute. 3 people are hearing you say Set, and you're arguing with us.
So Thor is a sky god, technically, more than he's a weather god, but he's also a sky god. So Horus could also count for that, but I don't know who
He's
controls
the god
weather.
of thunder, though. That's Seth.
Seth was an ancient Egyptian god of chaos, storms, violence, and the desert.
Yeah.
Boom.
So that could also work.
But it also says that Seth was a trickster.
So
he may be more akin to Loki.
Newt is also goddess of sky. Shu is goddess of air.
He's also the god of thunder and war.
Tefnut is goddess of moisture. Ladies.
I don't know. Wizards never met that god.
Yeah, Seth is god of storm. So it's one of those things that there's like they all kind of
Horus makes sense.
Govern a lot.
It says here he represented many aspects like life, the sky, kingship, healing, and protection. That kind of sounds like Thor.
Have you guys ever watched this cartoon called Conan the Barbarian? They're called Conan the Adventurer.
Conan the Adventurer.
You ever watched that? Because they had a really
seen
cool.
exactly one episode, The Book of Skelos, because it had Evilac, which is a reference none of you are going to get. But if you are watching and get that reference, Snowman would probably get it. But
if you're watching, you get that reference, Wizard will give you $100.
No, yeah. Please subscribe to my channel as we like the same thing.
Is what Wizard is saying.
Preston,
if you get that reference for
$300,
Wizard will let you take his V card.
No, and then
nobody's gonna get that reference.
Ladies.
No, anyway, Miles Thor, terrible racist comic. That was bad. If you ever what if Miles Morales
that was
Thor?
like the worst. Yeah, that was the worst.
They turned Miles Morales into Thor?
Yeah.
Okay, Jessica, now we got to go down this rabbit hole.
Yes,
you've never seen that?
No.
It is really racist.
I made a video about it.
This is what this show is for. That's all right.
Super racist.
Oh God, I hated it. So you guys actually read it?
I haven't read it, but
I didn't read it, but I thumbed through the
I probably
He
should.
said hammer time.
Yeah, look,
And look,
at
it's
hey,
the hammer was spray painted because they left it sitting there.
So dumb.
It's tagged. This
yo.
hammer is tagged.
Don't leave your Thor hammer in the hood.
and then he's got drawstrings because he's wearing a hoodie instead of a cape.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can find the
Dad
fucking
Odin
like.
wearing Tim's.
His mom
Yeah.
tells him not to put his hood up when he goes into stores, though, so he's not.
One of the
What do you think you are, Trayvon Martin?
one of the things he proclaims is like by Odin's beard is what Thor says. So he says by the All Father's fade.
It's so
God.
dumb. I'm like, God,
Man,
you're
that
bringing
shit-
back memories.
Here it is.
Shit,
Here's
man,
the
this
picture I
shit's
was
so
looking
foul.
The
for.
right, he's singing in rap lyrics.
This is
Speaking in rap
like
lyrics.
this is a really this is a real Marvel product.
Yes.
Yes.
How did
They
you miss
caught
this,
they
Jester?
caught shit for this.
Yeah, they cost shit
How?
for it. They deserve
This was during the time they were trying to put Miles Morales into like different
Everything.
superhero
Everything.
roles. Yeah.
I'm looking at the Miles Morales Wolverine.
This is
Right
I
like
was
now.
just
this-
thinking about that.
What? The Miles Morales? What?
This
Yeah.
is like every
Yeah.
black stereotype mixed in with
Well,
Thor.
you also can't see, so like it's called like Brooklyn Guard or some shit like
I'm not gonna lie, it looked kind of
um,
cool there though.
or Harlem
Right.
Guard or whatever it is. But there's a point where
You just said that he looks kind of cool there. He's
Yeah,
got
it kind of does.
he's got 4 claws, man.
Oh, I didn't even
What?
count the claws. He does have 4 claws. That's too much.
It's
got
too
the
much
extra
and it
there.
looks weird. Look at the claws; they look terrible.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
And then
find
there's
the
too much
picture.
red on him. You know, Miles Morales is a Crip, so
It's it's Freddy Krueger.
There's also a picture where or like the one where they show like the neighborhood and stuff, and there's spray paint everywhere. But there's also fucking shoelaces hanging on telephone wires, which
Yeah.
people pointed out. I was like, that's not like a thing
not a
in the
good
black
thing,
community.
yeah.
That's like shows that there's like drugs nearby. Or some
Yeah.
shit.
You
Like
know-
that's not a cool thing that people do.
What would have been better is if a random black guy or kid or whatever
yeah, Miles Morales.
found, other than Miles Morales,
Oh.
found Mjolnir and found themselves to be worthy.
You know what this is?
That would have been kind of cool.
You know
That
what
would have
this
been.
is?
That also would have been bad.
This
I'll be
this,
honest.
Most likely.
this is a black comic book character written by people that have never actually met a black guy.
How about
That's the
people
thing.
how about people who were never actually black?
That's the thing. Like the writers weren't black either. So it's like
Jesus.
terribly
I've
racist.
seen Negroes do this. Let's ride it.
Yeah,
So,
Mm.
This is what y'all do in the black community, right? With all
This
that
is what- this is
hibbity
what
jibbity.
Negroes
I just
do.
don't see why it had to be Miles.
he's got his,
but-
he's
We've
got his
been
tribal
watching-
tattoo.
We've been watching a lot of BET
Look
instead
at
of
the-
on y'all Negro folks.
why has he got to
at
be
the-
Southern? Southern people didn't write this. These are New York and California
I
Democrats.
Fuck, he
do
got the hammer
declare.
on his shoes?
That actually goes kind of hard, though, I will say. But
No, it doesn't. It's dumb.
well, I think they
so
probably
wicked.
sold these, knowing how Marvel does. They like partnered with someone and
But
made
the
these.
blacks are gonna love this. Look at his J's.
Everyone,
Yeah,
black
yeah,
people
yeah.
love Thor, don't you know?
They were like, yeah, sneakers, and that's something that black people like, right? And
Oh, how gay we
So-
are. How gay we
And
are.
as millionaire comic writer Eric July pointed out, that this comic is about as racist as Miles is in general. So, which when you think
What?
about it, like basically that like slapping Miles onto Thor is as racist as slapping Miles onto Spider-Man.
bro,
But
Miles
Miles is
Morales was like
racist.
the only saving grace of the Ultimate Universe at the end.
That is true.
So, yeah,
I
here's
don't
the-
agree with that.
Here's the we put the shoes on the telephone wire.
I'm gonna
So
call
let's
it drugs
read.
they sell over there.
Let's read. Of all the 5 realms, Asgard is his hood. For Miles, you can see he's just that good. The Rainbow Bridge takes him to his quest. The Bifrost line goes north, south, east, and west.
Oh man, Cynic is loving this.
From
Cynic is fell in love with this shit.
Oh,
From
God.
Jormungandr to the Wrecking Crew.
Oh,
He's stuck.
God.
Gulen burst in the Asgard Zoo,
God kill me.
but he is low key when he wants to be. Name on marquees like his uncle Loki. Like they made Prowler. They made Prowler Loki. Odin's son. He's the son of gods and kings. Got so many wins. Check out all these rings.
Oh, dude, my chest hurts.
He's formerly known as a prince for sure. His subjects and friends, they just call him Thor.
Take that, black people.
I just feel like I think rapper
Look at the rims.
the rapper.
And this car is being pulled by a goat as well.
Do they call him the Fresh Prince?
The
of
combustion
Valhalla?
engine does not exist.
No, look at that back tail. Go back down. Look at that back tail light. You know what back tail light that is? I know you guys don't really know cars. That's a Grand Marquis. That is a Mercury Grand Marquis back end. A square body Grand Marquis.
Wait, we were talking about this. Isn't this the one that you say that a lot of young black men like to drive?
Yes.
Fuck.
It's so racist.
I ain't gonna lie.
By Odin's fade, I command you.
I wanted one when it was popular.
Lost son of
They're good
Freya.
cars, actually. No shit, one gun. Like
Yeah.
if you could
They
find
are
one,
good cars.
even though
You
they are a
graced-
stereotype
you're
car,
graced
they are
forward.
actually really good cars.
True.
Yeah.
Flows.
If I can find one, shit.
So,
That
so here's the
Caprice.
So here's the more lap lyrics from this panel we can. But Midgard long ago, old Yggdrasil spread. Then the world tree grew in Brooklyn instead. Immerse as we traverse the universe. From the vast multiverse comes this dope verse. The stars shine upon the realm of the gods.
God
Forge
kill
mighty
me.
battles with his squad.
Who wrote this?
There's the lightning go after wars are won. What victories lie for the son of sons. He's got style and he's got flair to boot. With his kicks, you know he's in hot pursuit. Old enough to know that he don't know all. He wants to have a ball before the fall. All his dreams rain from the clouds above. He brings the thunder. Best believe it, bruv.
In my wildest dreams,
They would
in
sit
my
down.
wildest, most racist dreams, I could never be this.
I mean, I guess
blackness being taken away.
they were writing this and like they're saying like the Negroes are going to really like this.
It's really like that's. Don't you know they love the hip hop?
Yeah, the Negroes are going to love this. Keep writing.
Like,
And again, I say, take that, black people.
like, and I mean,
Dude.
you want to play devil's advocate, you can talk about how the Vikings did do rhymes to rhythm. They used to flight, and it's probably one of the
Yeah, bro.
early forms of rap music. But that's not what this is trying to
They
be.
also
so-
had Mercury Grand Marquis drugged by goats. They did that, and Odin had a fade.
Oh no! Odin better not have a fade.
All hail Thor, sacker of the fire horde of Muspelheim, is what Hugin says. Yeah, well, Hugin, I don't like to brag, but that mission was straight fire.
Oh,
It's like pain.
Oh my god.
Guy.
Woo. Woo.
You know, I did thought of a.
You did thought of?
I did thought of doing something like a few years back, like a comic of certain mythologies, but they were in like other cultures, and my idea was like
Norfolk.
Thor. No, well, my idea was to have Thor be in like some kind of African culture. It'll be like their stories, like the story of Thor.
Oh my god. Look at Loki.
So this is Loki, but he's also like the Prowler, right? Like he's
I didn't see this part. Oh my god.
So then this is Odin here, but we can't really see him.
And he's one of those skinny one of them skinny blacks, like they always
When clouds collide, all they need is a shove. He brings the thunder. Best believe it, bruv. They use that again.
Oh my god.
They brought that back.
Is the whole book a rhyme?
I never heard of black person say
The
bro.
text boxes seem to be like
Did
their
they
rap
just
lyrics, right?
why didn't they just call this comic book The Fresh Prince of Asgard? For God's
Oh my god.
Well, this is a story all about how I've got flipped turned upside down.
This book just
I picked up this hammer. Just sit right there. I'll tell you how.
Became the Negro.
I became the owner of a hammer called Mjolnir.
Yeah. The
Told you I
Fresh
used to
Prince of
rap.
Thunder.
Oh, I knew there was a reason I gave you a wrench, Cynic.
So, anyway.
Cold feet, brother. I was trying to read what.
I clicked it right when you said it.
Cold feet, brother. My son failed me by trusting you. Okay, yeah. So not all of it's a rhyme.
Yeah, so this is like Odin Jefferson Davis or whatever is talking normal. No, literally Jefferson Davis is Miles' dad. That's his name.
Oh, where's Wheezy?
And then this
Oh
is
my God.
Prowler, Aaron Davis. But he's
Prowler
also Loki,
Jenkins.
and this is also.
See that little nigga
That's
back
Prowler
there?
Jenkins right there. Get it right.
So where's the Fat Albert reference? Is this in this?
The way he's kind of
They're on
looking
Twitter
here,
right now.
I had to make a lot of AI of a certain comic book creator and stared at a lot of like caricatures of it. I'm just saying. Maybe it was best for me.
Now you listen here, boy. I'm getting sick of all your hibbity jibbity.
So yeah,
good.
so Miles Morales, when he was worthy of Thor, I guess we'll move on to this.
Seriously, man. If you burned a cross in Ruby's yard right now, it wouldn't be as racist as that book.
It's gone. They scrubbed it. Like they're not bringing that up.
There's a copy of it out there somewhere, and I'm gonna find it.
Yo,
Well, I mean, like it's out
every
there. I'm
time-
just saying, like it's not like every Black History Month. They're like, remember when we did this? Like
They're
every
not
time,
gonna be
every
doing
time
any
somebody brings it
reprints.
up, they're like, "That didn't happen. That didn't happen."
Nothing happened. It
It's
was
just
we
Song
made it
of the
up.
South, man.
Pure fiction. Speaking, Jesker, this is more up your speed. Did you see the Kingdom Hearts Thor news that came out?
Kingdom Hearts Thor news.
Kingdom Hearts Thor
Yeah.
news. I did not.
Yeah, the Kingdom Hearts, yeah, like
Wait,
I
wait.
said.
Hold up. Are they putting an MCU world in the game?
Well, I don't know about that, but I did say, right, the most powerful mage in Final Fantasy, worthy to pick up the hammer. And you know who the most powerful mage in Final Fantasy is, Jessica, don't you?
Sid.
What? No.
It's the person that casts Zeta Flare, a spell that only
in
gods
Kingdom
really can
Hearts,
perform.
you mean?
Well, I mean, like, yeah, but Final Fantasy, whatever.
Donald Duck.
It would be
Goofy.
too obvious to say that
Goofy.
Mickey Mouse assembles Earth's mightiest heroes in Marvel and Disney. What if Mickey and friends become the Avengers?
Mickey gets
So
to be fucking
Donald-
Thor.
No, Donald Duck gets to be Thor.
Oh.
Mickey is Iron Man.
Okay. that makes
Goofy
sense.
is Hulk. Minnie is Wasp, and Pluto is Ant-Man.
To be
Which
fair,
has dark implications. Don't think about it. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing.
in Kingdom Hearts, Donald does have some staffs that look like hammers.
Yeah, because the ones that like do less mage damage, but he
Yeah.
can whack them.
I want this in Kingdom Hearts 4 now. This has to happen.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, this is your preview to what Kingdom Hearts Marvel World's gonna look like.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
So yeah, it says here, Marvel and Disney's line of mashup comic book one-shots hits a new high point this March as Mickey Mouse and friends assemble to take on threats too big for any one hero to combat. In Marvel and Disney, What If Mickey and Friends Became the Avengers #1, the new comic book features hit What If one-shots that put classic Disney icons in a foundation Marvel comic storytelling, like the recent Marvel and Disney What If Minnie Became Captain Marvel, and Marvel and Disney What If Mickey and Friends Became the Fantastic Four, on sale next month. Crafted by a trio acclaimed Disney creators, blah, blah, blah. The two Avengers. Come the Mighty Avengers, and what part does Goofy and Hulk, Minnie Mouse, and do those sensational superheroes become the Mighty Avengers, and what part does a Cake Monster and Gladstone Loki play in their origin? Find out in this hilarious mashup of Marvel's Disney. So it's Gladstone's gonna be Loki. I thought it would be gonna be like, is like Thanos gonna be like Pete or something? Like,
That would work.
Well, I gotta get those Infinity Stones. Yeah.
You know, that brings up I wonder if Sora could pick up Mjolnir.
No, because he won't kill anyone.
Sora's killed people.
So no, because I don't think that Let me look up we're gonna have to get into this anyway when we go through the power thing. So let me look up what makes someone worthy. I know it's like quantified. Besides, like
Sora straight up killed people.
Jafar
is dead. Oogie Boogie is dead.
I suppose, but don't they like just go to like Kingdom Hearts or something?
No, they die.
I mean, there's an afterlife, but like death is a thing. Like when you die, you don't become a heartless. Becoming a heartless is different than death.
Yeah.
Like when you die, you go to the final world, and then presumably after that, you pass on to Kingdom Hearts and are reincarnated. Because reincarnation exists in Kingdom Hearts.
So someone
he's
said,
still killing them.
Yeah, he's killing them.
Yeah, someone said that you must a noble warrior, brave, just, a fair fighter, will kill if necessary, won't kill if the other person surrenders, won't harm the innocent, won't take advantage of somebody, will fight to the death to sacrifice his life if necessary for a righteous cause or protect the innocent.
That sounds like Sora.
That's definitely Sora.
It's whether or not you go with him killing someone. That's
hold on. Let me think about this. Clayton, Jafar, Ursula, Oogie Boogie. Shit, who else is he killed?
So there's also Reddit. There is a Reddit thing quantifying Sora's kill count.
Yeah, Sora's not afraid to kill people.
There are 6 categories of entities whose number of deaths completely incalculable, heartless, nobodies, unversed, dreamers, etc. 6 entities respawn indefinitely, and as such, the player is free to kill them as many times as they want. Sora's kill count could theoretically be in the millions.
Well, technically, when you kill a heartless or a nobody, that's not death because they just reform into their original self. Death is when you kill somebody that is complete, like they're like a regular like person, like body, heart, soul, complete. If you defeat them like that, then they actually die. So that would go for like all the Disney characters that he's killed. Like they're dead. Jafar ain't coming back.
They also mentioned Sabor.
Yeah, but that's a fucking cheetah.
No, but I mean, like he did kill like a sentient creature, I suppose. So it's like, I'm just like that is something he killed, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
The stealth sneak, but that's a heartless.
Yeah. No,
but it falls and crushes Clayton.
Yeah.
So, but that I could say being an accident. Stray Beans, you asked about the Spider-Ham version. I believe it's a frog. Like Throg. So.
But I know like Jafar is straight up a death.
Yeah. So I guess So by that logic, then Thor, or Sora is worthy to wield the hammer. So.
All right, thank you. So Sora beats Thor. Thank you.
I'm glad we
settled that. I'm glad we fucking settled that. Good.
Now,
all right.
That would be an interesting fight because Sora can beat any enemy as long as he has a high enough level or doesn't get hit, right? If you're thinking in like logic of the video game, like as long as he doesn't get hit and doesn't lose health, he can beat any enemy.
Technically, well, Kingdom Hearts characters are, a lot of people like underrate them, but when you really look at like the cosmology of Kingdom Hearts, they are like fighting on like higher dimensional battles and stuff.
Well, let me look up the verses thing for. Let's do.
Oh
Sora,
god, you're gonna use wiki verses?
Well, that's what I've just had picked out for when we were going to talk Thor stuff.
My god, no, I can't.
Well, what's wrong with that? I've never like.
No, you can use it. I'm just like.
Because each world is like
don't bring me back into power scale.
Each world is like its own pocket dimension.
That's what we're going to be doing, but
so
we're going to basically be how it'll work when we do it is just we're just going to talk about it. We're not going to be like what can we compare it to, right? And so so Sora's we'll get into it when we do, but that'll be interesting because Thor. I was reading through Thor's and Thor's are like crazy. They're out there.
Yeah, most comic book characters are gonna be very much out there.
And his a lot of his stuff are like Thor stuff are more recent. Like they've made attempts to like buff him, it would seem, or something. So,
but the writers or
yeah, like the writer.
Wiki?
No, the writers, like they were like like we'll see like as we get to it, but
yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I am interested in this book just because like it's kind of out there, but
it is out there. I'm
Goofy's
thinking
Hulk, man. Can you imagine that? Oh, gosh, Maxie, your dad's buff as fuck.
Don't make me angry.
Gosh. You wouldn't like me
Oh,
when I'm
gosh.
angry.
You don't like me when I'm angry, Gore.
Goofy, my man. I like.
I do like how they went with the original. Like they threw in an Ant-Man and a Wasp in here to keep the original.
So May's fucking
the core
Pluto?
team.
That's kind of weird.
No, she's Scarlet Witch.
Oh, that's Scarlet. No, that's
No, she's Wasp.
yeah,
This
that's
is Wasp.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Don't
you
see
see the
those
size
wings?
difference in the wings
and antennas.
and the fact that Ant-Man is here.
Uh,
Because this is the core team. This is meant to be the
This is the
very
original-
first story.
Yeah.
This is the core team. Captain America's not here yet because he's still frozen.
wait, did Wasp have that color scheme in the original?
Yes.
Yes.
That's their original costume.
I don't know. I'm used to her more recent stuff, I guess.
Well, like the or like the Earth's Mightiest Heroes, yellow and black.
Yeah, more of that. Yeah.
I could have sworn Iron Man was, he was completely gold, not the red and gold in the original Avengers. Wasn't he?
What?
Iron
Yeah,
Man.
he was all gold in the original Avengers.
Yeah, okay. So why did
This is for
Marvel?
this is for marketability that people know.
Yeah, exactly. That makes
People
sense.
know this is Iron Man. And even this is the retro look still, but
Yeah.
not original Avengers.
Yeah. Was Hulk Gray Hulk or was he Green Hulk at that point?
He was Green Hulk.
Okay. So they had the what was it? Coloring mistake or whatever.
Yeah, they
going on?
couldn't get it the green right.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Stray Beans, what the hell?
It just made Disney characters more fuckable. I didn't even know that was possible. All right.
Disavow?
Moving on.
Gross.
Speaking of gross, I guess Taika Waititi, my mortal enemy, was recently asked about his Thor. His run on Thor in the movies, right? A lot of people like Thor Ragnarok and Love and Thunder can go die. But
I agree.
I like
So he-
Ragnarok. Love and Thunder is garbage.
I liked Ragnarok, but then kind of seeing what it brought about was like, so
But as a film, or a movie.
yeah, it's not bad. As a Thor story, it's awful.
Yeah,
though. As a
okay.
Hulk story, it's awful too. But
Yeah.
anyway, so Taika Waititi doesn't think he could have made Thor's reputation any worse when he joined the franchise. Talked about that really propelled me into the nerdosphere, if you will. I was living a real lovely, peaceful life, and as soon as I did this, well, boy, did the nerds come for me. They said, this guy's gonna ruin this. He's gonna ruin Thor. Waititi didn't think the movie could have done much worse to the God of Thunder standing among fans, as 2013's Thor: The Dark World was widely regarded among fans as one of the least successful Marvel Cinematic Universe films. It's like what? You mean again? He recalled. And they were like, he's going to ruin this for everyone. Thor's so cool. And I said to them on Twitter, before I left Twitter, I said, you don't know what you want until I give it to you. And he had said earlier before that he never envisioned himself making a Thor movie, and he mainly just used it, for money and to advance his career. So,
Well, that makes me sick to my stomach.
yeah, he was basically like Taika Waititi just kind of ruined, Thor, and then he threw up his hands and he's like, I got mine, right? So, yeah,
Kind of respect it a little bit.
No, Ruby.
No.
Damn it.
No. No, so I've talked about before about MCU Thor and how I like Thor 2 because at its worst, like, it's boring and it has an awful script, but it's a Thor movie. It's a sequel to Thor 1. Thor Ragnarok is not a Thor movie, and it is not a sequel to Thor 1 or 2. is a
Its own
staple
thing.
together. It's a staple together Hulk movie on top of being a Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff.
It's now I wouldn't go that far. I would say it's more so a connective web trying to get us to Infinity War.
I wouldn't even say that because it doesn't like
Well,
Guardians of the Galaxy pushes Infinity War a lot compared to Ragnarok. Just as like, here's what was happening during Civil War, and then like it's not like you don't see Thanos' lingering presence amongst the movie, stuff like that, right? But it is still a cosmic.
They leave Asgard, and then and then they eventually meet up with Thanos, and
yeah, but I mean that could have happened anyway. Like all that could have happened without even going to Sakaar and all that, right? Like, in this alternate universe, you're getting a different sort of like plot for like where Thor, where Loki, where Hulk are, but otherwise, like, it's you didn't get anything out of that movie. Like nothing. Things happen that don't matter because like Asgard gets culled twice, right? Because the people are killed they're killed when they leave Asgard. They're killed when Thanos first shows up. The half of them are killed, right? When Thanos first shows up, and then half of them are killed again when Thanos snaps at the end of Infinity War. So all the Asgardians just get killed, and then the other half of them disappear for the rest of the movie. And then you find out that they escaped to Earth and whatever and set all that up. And that fucking like Valkyrie bullshit too is just, Stravian says, I was talking to my non-nerd friends this week that the week Ragnarok came out. I said, even back then, that it's a fine movie, but the comedy undermines the drama and stakes of the entire universe. And especially like killing off the Warriors 3 right away was crap. And the only reason Sif even survived is because she was filming that TV show. Otherwise, they would have killed her too.
I don't know, man. I like Ragnarok. But I think Love and Thunder. I think is
Love and Thunder.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Love and Thunder is where they took the whole meme about Marvel, playing too much on the jokes and haha, this is so goofy, undermining the stakes. That's when they took it and they ramped it up to its most extreme.
Yeah, that it became a parody of itself.
Yeah.
To a character that can do comedy but should have serious moments in a story that was supposed to be adapting one of the two most serious stories, which was Mighty Thor and Gore the God Butcher.
Yeah,
right?
like any story you're gonna have a Gore the God Butcher should be really fucking dark.
Welcome Dragon Fun, who is choosing to insult us by saying, I don't believe any of you have non-nerd friends, or she's insulting the chat.
I don't want non-nerd friends. Whatever. Fuck it.
All right, we're all fucking up. Anyway, no, Taika Waititi sucks, and I'm glad that he's not touching Marvel ever again. But now he's got Star Wars, Jesker, so be happy with
that. Dude, I don't give a shit. Star Wars is just
dead. MCU.
MCU, yeah.
Old Yeller it. All right, just for the love of God, old Yeller it.
Take it out back.
Just take it out back, and it's like, but you can. I'm Ray Scott.
So
you're Ray. What?
Yeah.
No, you're Ray Gravedigger, bitch. Burn in hell.
All right. Clearly, Jesker has other problems he needs to unpack with that, but we will save that for another time. But yeah, so no, I'll have to at one point do like a thorough breakdown of the Thor movies. That might be something, but that'd probably take a while. That'd be like a long video. Preston says, how did my thoughts about the panel get leaked? Yeah, I swear. All right, so that's the Taika Waititi Thor story. I won't go into so big of a detail on MCU Thor and what they should do and what they're not doing. But I will say that hopefully Thor 5 will kind of recapture that epicness. If they're going to do Hercules, have it be like that first Hercules comic when Thor and Hercules first fought. And it was just like a wrestling match in the city. And like Hercules has to, like, they already fucked up because Hercules in the after credit scene of Love and Thunder is all kind of dark and broody when he should be like acting the same that Thor was in the beginning of Thor 1. And he's like a Thor that hasn't gone through his story arc. So he's still like boastful and all this. And Thor has to be the guy that's like, no, Hercules, you can't do this. And Hercules like, I don't care. And then he like punches a building, right? So that's what I would want. If you don't, if it's a versus movie, then it has to be they fight and then they have to team up to fight a man-made machine, which could be Ragnarok, I suppose, the robot Thor. But but that's how all versus movies go. But yeah, so I hope that they fix it. So,
or they could just bring out Doomsday and do Death of Thor. Oh, wait a minute. That didn't work too well with DC.
And Thor can't die, so he's immortal. Honestly, though, if they wanted to do Immortal Thor in some way, like with Tauros, that'd be pretty cool. Like that fight on like the Statue of Liberty, like you could we already kind of got one of those though. But the fight on the moon though, that would be cool. Which I guess we also kind of got one of those too with Love and Thunder, but doesn't matter. So. All right, let's get into I've been talking a lot of smack. Well, Stray Beans also says that the actor was a terrible choice for Hercules. I hope they recast him. He was just a guy. He's just like a random, which I guess Hemsworth was too, but I don't know. He's beefy, but he doesn't like Hercules should be like a handsome like guy, and then kind of like Chris Hemsworth, but he's the guy that cast is not good.
Hercules is a sexy man.
So,
gay.
So anyway, so like I said, I was talking a lot of smack about Thor and how he could beat all of your faves. So let's pick. So Straight Bean said, "Wizard, I don't know how to break this to you, but they're not doing Thor 5." Yeah, I mean it's up there, right? Like they set it up. If they want to. If they want to, they will. If they don't, they won't. We'll see. We'll see where Secret Wars leaves them. They might reboot. They might do something. I don't know. But I don't want Thor 5 unless I'm given like a reassurance that it's going to be like respectful to the past movies. It's going to be a solid, Thor story based on the actual comics and not trying to rip off Masters of the Universe or, try to be whatever the heck Taika Waititi was doing with Love and Thunder so he could get his third, I don't even know what you call that. Like it's a thruple. Like what's his third called? But that's what fucking Tessa Thompson is. Him and his wife have sex with Tessa Thompson. So he made her like the hero, like put her in the movie. Made her King of Asgard, despite that title not making sense. But, we're moving on. We don't need to go over that. Anyway, so Thor, who are we putting against? Okay, so who are we putting against Thor first? Do we want to go Goku first, Superman, Sora, or anyone else you can think of?
Goku needs to be last.
Goku last?
Yeah.
Well, we also have Batman is also one we could do, but I feel like that would be really quick.
Batman beats anybody with enough prep time.
Yeah,
Batman gets his ass whipped by just about anyone on Goku, Superman, or Thor's level. And Sora. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
You're only saying that to be hateful.
Also, with DC, what we got to quantify it right now. Are we doing post-crisis? Are we doing New 52? Or are we doing Rebirth? What are we?
It doesn't matter to me.
Go Batman. Let's do it. Let's see it.
Well, I'm saying I got Batman, but we got to pick. We got post-crisis, we got post-Flashpoint, we got New 52.
Let's go with New 52.
Yeah, let's do New 52.
All right, so
I'm cool with that.
Post-Flashpoint. Okay, so then like there's this buffs, like if you want to give him Hellbat, and when he has the Mobius chair, but we're just doing base. We're doing base Batman.
See if he
And
can do
then-
anything in the movie. His chair.
And then we have base Thor, right? Then yeah, so basically like if we look at so let's pull the panel right now. Batman versus Thor, fight to the death, and Batman will kill in this scenario. Fight to the death. Like who wins?
Does Batman have prep time?
No prep time, but even with prep time, there's not much all he could do.
Yeah, definitely
no.
no prep time.
We'll say no prep time.
If he has no
Wait,
prep
oh
time,
no. Batman's always prepping.
Well, yeah. So
can't
I mean,
do
like he has what he has, but he does not have foreknowledge that he's fighting Thor, the God of Thunder, right?
Exactly. Yes.
So like he can have all of his gadgets.
Then he wouldn't
that
fight him though.
No, I'm saying like in this scenario, right? You just we're shoving action figures together, Cynic. We don't need the.
Yeah, there's no narrative. in
Y'all are
this.
just breaking. Y'all are just breaking canon. But okay.
Well,
whatever.
like I mean, like have you
It goes
ever
against
watched
Batman's
Death Battles? Have you ever watched
Yeah,
Goes
Death
against
Battles?
Batman's
Cynic?
character. I'm just saying.
yeah, it goes against his characterization.
Well, I mean, like I'm just saying, you ever watched Death Battle? Did Batman's
Yeah, then
Batman's supposed-
yeah. Those things don't count.
supposed to kill on those shows? I'm just saying. that-
Well, I mean, if you're taking these two guys,
Well, I mean,
together,
Batman-
you're not
Batman-
adding the narrative in all this.
I mean, if
so
you're
the
saying that
character doesn't
Batman
matter.
won't fight Thor, then it's a one-sided beatdown because Thor would kill him because Batman's not fighting back. So
I do think Batman will probably look at Thor without prep time. He'll look at Thor and he'll analyze him and be like, "Yeah, I probably can't take him. I'm gonna need to call in Superman or something for this."
well,
Yeah,
like, but no outside help though. That's not. It's not. part of
Yeah,
it.
I know, but that'll just be something that'll probably go into his head.
If he has no
tactical
prep
retreat.
time, then yeah, Thor wins.
So Thor says, Straybeat says Thor is a big dummy, so Batman could lure him into a disadvantaged location. So Thor isn't. He's pretty intelligent, right? He's not like that. Like MCU Thor is a meathead, but comic Thor is pretty smart.
and
As far as like, especially with battle strategy, like there is no luring him into a disadvantaged location. He has like battle knowledge. So
plus Thor is fast as fuck, so Batman's not outrunning him or anything like that. So Batman's done.
They
If there's no
down-
prep time, I'm sorry, Thor's winning.
So yeah, they break down his powers, and I was clicking at like some of the links and stuff that show like where they get it from. But like one of the things he has is the anti-force, which they showed off. That's just making sure that my things didn't pop up. But basically, he used like I'm making an anti-force, and it sends this scroll into space. Like he turned the gravity off and sent him into space.
How often have Thor show this ability? Was this just
I mean,
a one-off thing?
if he has it once then he can use it whenever he wants, right?
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter because he's killing Batman. Batman.
Yeah,
no
he does.
prep
He
time.
says he would kill Batman. This is one of the ways he would kill Batman.
Yeah.
Send him
Yeah.
into space.
Yeah.
There's a way to defeat. I just remembered. There is a possible way to defeat Thor. Totally. And it was in this. It has nothing to do with Marvel DC, but it was in this show on Netflix, this animated cartoon on Netflix by Snyder.
Well,
Where
that's not
the
Thor.
way,
That's not Thor.
Well,
That's
but
mythology
the premise,
Thor.
But
mythology Thor.
that's mythology. But
yeah, but the
still,
Batman in the shit that you were talking about earlier is not Batman then.
yeah,
'Cause they broke his
but
canon.
I'm just saying.
Well,
the
I mean,
way,
like we're debating Marvel Thor versus DC Batman. I'm just saying, but continue.
Well, I'm just saying, like I don't know if it pertains to the battles versus, but the way you kill a god is to get people to stop believing in them. So when the rise of Christ happened, all the gods basically perished. You know, they moved from people to worship to
Yeah.
Tell me
pagan
Zack
gods.
Snyder
you know?
made this, because I believe you.
Yeah, he
It
did.
sounds-
It's on Netflix. It's an animated film. It's really damn good. It's really good. I didn't expect it to be good, but it's good. It's
Very
good.
interesting one gun, but that's not going to work with.
It doesn't
Marvel
work because
Thor.
people
That's
see
a
him
separate
out
thing.
their
People
out their
may-
win.
Wait.
People see
People may
him out their window.
right. So people may see him, but it's the fact is if they
Like
believe
what? This guy
in
doesn't
him,
exist. I saw him last week.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it just
but the
wouldn't
thing is-
work. It just wouldn't work because these are two separate Thors. Oh my God.
Well, yeah,
He
that's
doesn't
right.
gain power through worship.
Well, the thing about it is I don't think Wiz will like this, but in the Zack Snyder movie, Thor's an evil son of a bitch.
Thor
Well, yeah,
versus
but like that, it
Jesus.
doesn't matter. It's just a fucking like.
You're trying to fucking dude. You're trying to rig this, wizard.
I'm not rigging
No,
anything. I'm not
Yeah,
a
you're
rigger. Stop
trying to
calling me a
put your finger
rigger.
on the
It's-
scale. You're being a big dirty rigger.
Yes, you
Not a
are.
rigger. Anyway,
Yes, you are.
Big
Dirty fucking
so
rigger.
okay, so first of all, Mr. Alt Account and Stray Beans, the Donald Blake thing is gone. He's just Thor now. Donald Blake
Yeah.
was a thing that Odin created to like teach him humility, but if he the whole how it worked was if he didn't have his hammer in his hand for 60 seconds, he'd turn back into Donald Blake. That is meaningless now. It does nothing. He's Thor all the time, and he has been for like decades.
Yeah.
So no, that would not work. So
what's that?
as a cell phone vibrating. So anyway, if we look at like, you know, because one of the things they had in here, besides the ability to turn off gravity and send him into space, he has like mind manipulation or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one thing that they had in here that I was, you know, he could create portals and send people away and all this.
Yeah.
Thor?
Yeah, Thor can.
Yeah, he can.
Wait a minute. When is Thor able to do all this shit?
He can do it.
Well-
Immortal Thor.
Okay,
Yeah, well-
thank you. Fake Thor.
Well, I would say Immortal Thor is him as the All Father, which we can count or we can't.
Yeah, but he does it with Mjolnir. He doesn't do it with the All Father power.
So like
And with
Thor,
Allfather, you can
Thor
scale
even
up
back
to
in
Odin.
the 60s and 70s was also able to create like portals and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not specifically an All Father power. Trying to see what they had like specifically the he was able to create illusions, but there was one that was literally like the power is to erase like mortals' memories, and that's
Jesus. Yeah,
and
just put your whole fucking ass on the scale. Why don't you?
I'm just
Yeah,
saying.
Jesus
I,
Christ,
I was just saying. I was like,
Like,
listen.
no, Batman
just-
gets no prep time, but yet we've been scrolling through Thor's
All right,
powers
let's-
for an hour now.
Let's
These
look
will
at
be his
Batman's
natural
then.
abilities.
Let's look at
unfortunately.
Batman's.
That's the thing.
Let's look at Batman's then. All right. So
Stop
we got
jerking him off, wizard.
genius level intelligence, right? That's he's above. He beats Thor in intelligence because even like
Yes.
Thor's, they had intelligence, but his intelligence is like combat mastery related
That's battle
stuff.
IQ.
Like, yeah, it's
The
it's
battle
not
IQ should be about the same.
actual. Yeah, it's he's labeled as gifted.
Mhm.
You know, it's like he has a tendency to charge hard in the battle, but he's a veteran warrior with thousands of years experience. And he has like cunning wit, but otherwise, like, you know, like a genius like Batman, right? He outclasses him as far as intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Master hand-to-hand combatant, right? If strength wasn't a factor, Batman probably kick his ass because Thor has no martial arts training whatsoever.
I mean, he's a fucking Viking.
Strabian says that Batman would find a way to trap Thor into the source wall. So in order to get trapped to the source wall, you need to, I believe, read the anti-life equation. So if Thor was able to read the anti-life equation, then yes, I believe he would get trapped into the source wall. But that would also give Thor access to the ability to mind control every being in the universe. So there is that. So you guys could say like I'm willing to believe you. I'm willing to go to bat for Batman, but you guys got to pick better shit than like he's going to turn back into Donald Blake. And he's going to make him put him in the source wall. It's like, come on, people.
I agree with
Give
you
me-
on Thor beating Batman.
Wouldn't Batman do like a Hail Mary or whatever and just basically get somebody to help him?
No,
Like,
there's no
it's
somebody.
gotta be
There's
one.
no,
outside
gotta
help.
be one on
Outside
one.
help. Yeah.
yeah, because otherwise,
Oh.
like then Thor could call in the Avengers or Hulk.
well,
or-
maybe he can get like somebody to make him a device that can only affect any guy.
That'll be called prep
That's-
time. So you
that's
can
That
prep
would be
time.
prep time.
Yeah.
If
And
we're
so, like-
if we're saying Batman without prep time, then Thor is going to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it basically, when you look, because you can look at like his skills, it's when you look at his like strength, and it's like, okay, he's the hardest he can punch with his normal stuff is superhuman, right? Like it could break the bone of a man, a normal man. It doesn't hurt Superman, right? He needs advancements to be able to budge Superman whatsoever.
Yeah.
Right. Then yeah, so that'd be that. And so when you look at like Thor's base level strength, he's really like stupid powerful, right? So it's like one punch from Thor, and Batman could probably take it, but he would be severely messed up, right?
Preston Moore, new stream name Wizard Simpson jerks off.
What did I literally said what this stream was gonna be, and y'all showed up anyway. So,
well, we thought it was gonna be like a legit, like
debate.
Debate. Like,
well, it can be like this is just because it's Batman. It's kind of one-sided. Like when we get to Superman and Goku,
Just
then
roll the dice. Give him some prep time and roll the fucking dice.
well, then it's the point is it's also not a debate. It was meant to be a discussion. So then it becomes, if he did get prep time, what is the way that he could beat Thor, right? And then it becomes that. So thinking in the rules of DC, what would he have that he could do? It's like, could he go to Shazam and get the powers of Shazam that would propel him to equal measure?
Shazam, I think Shazam is a god, ain't he?
Shazam has the powers of many gods, right? He has the power of Zeus, the strength of Atlas, or the stamina of Atlas, the strength of Hercules.
Couldn't he get one of the lantern rings?
He could get one of the lantern rings, exactly. Like with the prep time. He doesn't carry one on him. In one of the comics, he had a yellow lantern ring on him, but it had like very low battery or something like that, so he used it pretty quickly. But so there's that. If he gets the Mobius chair, right, his intelligence becomes, like I said, it's nigh omniscient with Mobius chair. But once he gets there, can he with all knowledge, he could come out of way to outthink Thor, or even convince Thor not to fight him, or whatever it is, or so there's that. Anyway, yeah, so basically, with prep time, possibly it just becomes a matter of how, right? You can just say yes with prep time, but there needs to be a how, and then you got to match it with Thor and being like, well,
yeah, you got to compare all this shit, yeah.
Yeah, would Thor survive, right? And it's like, well, Thor survived, like, that's what I was talking about, how they buffed Thor, because you go into like a lot of these like things that Thor did, and they're like, well, he fought off this being that was meant to destroy all facets of reality, multiverse, and all this shit, and he punched it. And this was when he actually had no powers, but he used his willpower to give himself powers or whatever above his, so it's like, all right, well, this is a thing he can do, right? So, like they talk about his strength, his innate powers, they have, there's something about his strength and how it's like he uses his inner willpower to make himself stronger, right? He also has the ability to berserker rage, which makes him like 10 times stronger, but it turns off his ability to slow down and not like hurt a target, basically. So he doesn't differentiate friend or foe. But if he uses that in like this one-on-one versus type battle, then it wouldn't matter. So
Thor beats his ass.
Stray Beans is right. Yeah.
So again, Thor being unworthy of the hammer means nothing. Thor is all father. Thor can
We're
be
not
unworthy
going
if he
with
wants
immortal
to.
Thor, though.
We're talking about base Thor.
Yeah,
Okay, so if we're
that's right,
talking
it's
base Thor, then so
And
we're
he's
talking
not the
base Thor.
All-Father.
Holy shit.
I would have to read
What?
unworthy Thor, right? Because even with like unworthy Thor, that would lose him only Mjolnir.
Wait.
Wait. I'm just letting her finish.
Okay, so if with unworthy Thor, he still has powers, right? He still has a super strength, and he still has control of the lightning and all that stuff. So he wouldn't, because he's not Donald Blake anymore, which is not an Immortal Thor thing, that's just natural comic canon. He wouldn't lose his. He still has his guardian physiology.
Yeah.
Being the son of Gaia, he also has minor control over the earth itself, so he can create earthquakes if he so wishes. And he still has control over the weather. If Batman attempted to tase him, he could control the electricity on his taser and make it shock him instead. There's one comic where Thor controlled Electro and absorbed him and sent him into the sky. So because he is electricity, so he would just control him. So technically you could say he can control the electricity in a person's body. So
maybe
anyway,
he's just a freaking god. He's unbeatable.
Like I said,
no, he's not. He's not unbeatable.
I give up.
He's not unbeatable.
I got one. I got one of them. I'm gonna knock you all down like dominoes.
So we all agree, like, Thor beats Batman. Can we move on to the next fight?
Yeah, okay. Thor beats Batman.
I always agree with that.
But then after that, I put post crisis, but if we want to do New 52 Superman,
just go Rebirth. Rebirth is because that's like pre, post, and Rebirth.
Well, Rebirth is like right now. So
yeah. But he's like all those Supermen in one.
Okay, so he does basically have some post-crisis in him. Okay.
All the feats from post-crisis, pre-crisis, and New 52 apply.
Well, I mean, it depends on what this says. I don't know if that, but probably New 52 applies as well. So anyway, we can get into, he's got genius level intelligence, so he beats Thor in intelligence just like Batman does.
Sure, I agree.
Then he gets into the radiation absorption, the empowerment, like his ability to absorb sun, right? Like the solar energy, his flight, his strength, his senses, they go through all that. So let's attack potency. They talk about higher when Sunday. Okay, so because you got to find like the highest base.
That they put up there because they're
because they put like highest with bull crap added onto him. Like Thor had the same problem where it's like, well, with the Phoenix Force he could do this. I'm like, yeah, but he's not gonna have that.
What did it say? It's like some type of complex autoversal.
Yeah.
Some bullshit
punched
like
out
that.
Barbados, shook the Phantom Zone, anti-universe.
Bullshit that doesn't mean you really fucking matter. Who cares?
Consistently stated to be infinite, endless, or limitless, even stating he could destroy Mr. Drew. That's just like they don't lay it out for you in a nice way. I will say this wiki. They kind of just list it off as each thing happens and gets stronger. But I wish they were just like, here, this is the answer, because then it's like varies and then galaxy level and then low multiversal level, low multiversal here. So we'll say so low multiverse level at peak. So that's he's really super strong, right? We all get that. So with Thor, they have like you get hyperverse and outerverse stuff, which wasn't on Rebirth Superman's thing, but this is
really? Go back. It wasn't. Wow, I'm actually quite surprised it didn't do that.
See, it goes low multiverse and then higher when sun dip, but they don't say like outerverse, right?
That's actually pretty interesting.
Low multiverse.
I always thought they fucking wanked Superman over there versus Battle Wiki.
Yeah, it basically seems like unless it's like someone who is considered a hyperverse or outerverse being they fought, then they're not, right? Like they don't count it. So,
or if you have outerversal level via his inner life essence.
The inner life essence was what I was talking about, like that kind of willpower that Thor has now.
Oh, this is Thor, okay.
Yeah, this is Thor. So this is like, but he's added with something. He's buffed, right?
Yeah.
So you got to find like where he is,
Grumpy?
like, the God Blast is a thing. Grumpy.
Hey, Grumpy.
Kataro's here.
So.
Grumpy, what's up?
Odin Force, when he fought against Null, he was high hyperverse. if he uses all of his power, he does have to enter Odin's sleep. Which this is base Thor, so this is All-Father Thor. Because I think he's been All-Father for a while, but he doesn't have the stuff Cynic that he gets in Immortal Thor that, you know, you haven't read yet, but he gets those later. But like his axe, like he doesn't have his axe. He could have his axe that he had when he was younger, but it doesn't do anything.
By the way, I'm saying Thor beat Superman, so you know, just really.
I will say too. I'm kind of looking.
I don't know if we'll get the Superman or Goku tonight. We haven't even got Batman and Thor.
No, we're done. We're done Batman. We're done Batman. Stop watching your two hens cluck, and you know, pay attention to the stream.
That was over real fast. Banhammers came out quick.
Anyway, so strength wise, right? It seems that Superman isn't as strong, right? Which is strange because you always kind of hear Superman being super strong.
And this is base Superman, right?
This is what I was given, which was base rebirth Superman.
Okay, cool.
Because I was looking for Superman 1 billion just to like see, like I'd be like, well, let's put like Rune King Thor, because I was reading Rune King Thor shit. Rune King Thor is nutty. The stuff he can do.
Superman Prime 1 million, not 1 billion. What the fuck?
Or whatever. I was trying to find it, but they don't have it listed here. But I also was
reading.
They don't have. They probably have to search for it. But as of like these are the alternate versions. Like
he
even
literally trained with God.
Even like All Star didn't have it listed as like a possibility.
Yeah, he still loses to Thor.
He trained.
Well, that's the thing. That's why I wanted to mess with Thor. But because that's more Dr. Manhattan level. That's like reality warping, which they did say reading through the Rune King Thor that Thor can technically do. So that's because technically if he has all the powers of Odin was able to do some wacky stuff. But anyway, so yes. Striking. So here's striking, like lifting strength that says stellar compared to before Christ's incarnation. Striking strength varies, galaxy level, low multiverse level at his peak. So
that's fine. Okay.
Can Thor break through the source wall?
Well, I don't think anything can break through the source wall.
Superman did.
So lifting strength for Thor, it says stellar, so they're about equal there. Sported wave, so infinite at peak, immeasurable via his inner life essence. You know, then he fought like the world. This was a recent thing with Mythos right here. This was like MODOK with like all the powers of the world tree or something, and Thor like had no power, but still also like got more power and beat it. Basically, I was reading through it. Pretty crazy. And then his striking strength is galaxy level normally, high universe level at peak, high outerverse level via his inner life essence, varies up to high hyperverse level, high outerverse level via his inner life essence, and absorption, high hyperverse level. So basically, without his inner life essence, it is high universe level at peak for striking strength. So Thor's striking strength varies, usually galaxy level, low multiverse level at his peak. So multiverse, low multiverse, or high universe. So that's pretty comparable, but Superman is like one notch above that.
All right, so Superman solos this bitch
for striking strength. So
yes, Superman again, puts his blonde loon in his place.
No, Thor takes him out.
Well, like I said,
I'm telling you,
this used to not be this close, right? Like they did kind of raise Thor up a lot in the last couple of years. Because I remember Death Battle, he beat Raiden, but he lost to Wonder Woman.
Of course, he beats Raiden.
It's fucking
Raiden. But he lost to Wonder Woman, so it was like interesting, you know. And then so like I said, and then since then they've raised him up.
I think Wonder Woman beat Superman. Yeah, I said it.
Are you fucking crazy?
No, I'm not.
You know, then we get into this inner life essence, right? That they talk about, that he can like call upon to grow more powerful, which you get into the same thing with what we talk about with the Goku thing, about how it's like, you know, Superman has no limits, Goku can surpass all the limits, right? And same thing with Thor now. They basically put Thor in the same kind of conversation. Yeah. So that he could technically surpass all those things. The the thing comes from his actual magic powers, because as we know, Superman has no resistance to magic.
That's right.
Stray Bean says Superman would fly into space and heat vision Thor's nutsack off from orbit again. Would not work because Thor can also fly to space
and thunder his nutsack off.
And thunder the nutsack off.
That's right.
No, neuter this god. Neuter.
And again, Stray Beans, Superman lifted the hammer, but he was not granted the power of Thor because he only picked up the hammer because Odin let him.
Yeah.
That was it. He is not worthy to pick up the hammer because Superman does not
pick it up because we're in a dire situation. So I'm allowing you to do this so we can get this W.
Mr. Altcount says Thor struggled against Sentry and Hyperion, basically Marvel's version of Superman. Well,
that don't mean anything.
That was brought up in one of Thor's like power things that he trapped Hyperion in a glass bubble and shrunk him down like really small. And it was like he just can do that.
One-time thing. Doesn't really matter. But
one-time thing is the
yeah. I got you.
Yeah. So here's the
also, just because those are Marvel's versions of Superman, that doesn't mean they are Superman.
No, because Hyperion's not as powerful as Superman, I'd say. So he's blasting him, and he's like, I'm gonna do this now. And then he throws the hammer, it spins around him. He's like, what's happening? And then he's like, you are trapped in a tiny glass ball now, Hyperion. And he's like, no matter, like, so he literally and he says, like, here you shall remain, learn not to be a fool and live a life with vengeance or whatever. So anyway, so he trapped Hyperion. So he could technically do that with Superman. It would just be a matter, and technically it's magic. And Superman's weak to magic, so he can't break out of it theoretically.
No, he cannot.
So anyway, that's the magic thing is what comes down to, and Thor's magic stuff is kind of crazy because he can do a lot with it. So then it's the matter of like, how's the lightning affect Superman, because it is magic.
It's also magic. It's gonna fuck him up. Superman's done. He's getting fucking raped.
Superman's done. Like I'm trying to. I've been saying
man.
It.
Hold up. Pause.
All right, we will now hear from the rebuttal.
Superman wanker. Let's hear it.
The only thing you guys have that is a clear advantage over Superman is the magic.
You literally stronger, and he has
no.
What magic powers does
Thor
magic
have? Will fuck him up.
All right,
Wizard literally said that Superman was a notch above Thor in terms of
Superman is a notch above Thor.
Show me the
not
magic.
not a full
because
notch. But
I don't think Thor has any magic attacks. He has magic defense.
He doesn't have magic attacks.
Mjolnir is a magical.
I'm saying is that what you're? Okay, so he was able. The anti-force was a magical attack. That was done with the hammer, right? So
that's a force field.
He gets the hammer. That's not a force field. You weren't paying attention? Again, you were watching your two dogs hunt. You were watching your cockfight. No, so he uses
what it was.
He uses the anti-force to send this scroll into space.
Yeah. Which doesn't matter to Superman. Go back.
Which doesn't matter to Superman. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but that is a magic attack.
Again, that's a defense. That's not an attack, really. Right? He's just shoving him away.
He has illusion creation.
So that's not going to hurt him. That Superman just goes, oh, well, that's not here. Whatever. Age manipulation. Was he going to make Superman older?
The time stop was like, because a lot of this came from Odin Force, but this is base Thor, so. But they don't go into like, I wish they had like a little like for all of these they had like this is where it came from, right? So here there was that one thing where it said like, yeah, you can erase the memory of the person, but
it sounds like somebody's stretching, Wizard.
No, I'm just reading the thing. I'm reading the thing.
Really stretching.
Sealing Hyperion in the glass sphere, like I said, if that counts.
Wizard, you just gotta say that Thor's Mjolnir is magic, and Thor is a magical being because all Asgardians are magical beings.
I mean, he is a divine.
Exactly.
He's a divine being, right? And
even in the comic, even in JLA versus Avengers, They even state when Thor's fighting Superman that Mjolnir is magic, and that because Superman gets hurt by it, like, oh god, it's magic. Shit, I gotta be careful with this guy. So it's magic. He's getting fucked.
You know, I wish they have like they don't have like energy power level, but this is his equipment. He would only have Mjolnir. His magic, like if he has Megingjord, his magical belt, but he doesn't wear it all the time, and doing so makes him weaker, makes him exhausted. Arnbjorn he doesn't use anymore. That's his axe. That was like he got it when he was younger, and then he used it when he was unworthy of his hammer, or he thought himself unworthy of his hammer.
That's
his Uru arm he won't have because that's when his arm got chopped off. He doesn't.
Yeah.
It's back there now. Tooth Gnasher and Tooth Grinder he won't have. Those are his two goats. If you're only doing that if you're throwing like crypto in there, it's like, what is that? That wouldn't get us any. That would be. We're not doing that.
Crypto versus two goats. Like, let's go, man. Let's do it.
Yeah. So, there is also there is the God Blast, right? That's the thing that we've been kind of dancing around is the God Blast.
Mm-hmm. A magical attack.
It's the God Blast is a magical attack.
Very powerful.
Very powerful. They bring it up in the thing that basically like the God Blast was used to do some like it was used to hold back the falling apart of reality. The God Blast, like I'm mad that it's like I was reading through all this earlier and now it's like all fucking like garbled to me.
It's a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, I was reading through it all there. I'm like, okay, that's where this is and that's where that is, and then so here is with his life force is the source of the God Blast, which at its peak was able to harm the Black Winter, which the Black Winter is just like the death, like or whatever. It's one of those things. Like I said, he started battling just like beings that represented the death of all multiverse, and he would punch them.
Let me ask you something.
So,
like, is all this base Thor?
Yes.
Yes, this is base Thor. It's right up
Okay.
here.
All right.
Because the thing is with DC, right? They reboot every so often, but Marvel doesn't. So, like Marvel, if Thor did something back in the 60s, that's his power. That counts, right? So, like, there's something that says here that he was strong enough to shake the very heavens with a hammer throw because like one of the text boxes that Stan Lee wrote said so.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'll have to push back just a little bit.
Now we're going with text box.
I'm just saying that's what the website says.
You got
like
Ruby going.
I just gotta push back.
I'm
just
saying
a
that's just
little
what
bit.
the
I don't like
website
Superman, but
Ruby's
the
doing what he
reason
did in
why
the
I
prison
use
showers. He's pushing back.
The reason why I say rebirth is because recently in DC Comics, all the comics that have happened in the past, post-crisis, pre-crisis, all that shit counts.
Yeah, the Omniverse or whatever. With everything is canon in DC now.
Yeah, that's what I'm surprised that
Superman Rebirth is one we're going with.
That's what we all voted. That's what we all voted with.
Dice.
We all voted with. So
I mean,
let's go back looking at Superman stuff.
We all know Superman stuff, dude. Like,
No,
we
but,
all
like,
know Superman.
I'm just
stuff.
saying, like, because if they have
badass, overpowered.
There is one like going well with the like it's just like the random like if he did this once then it means it counts, right? Yeah. They one of the things they list here is because he went like hand to hand with Hercules, right? Like he's an equal match to strength to Hercules, and that Hercules in the myth and probably in the comics held up the heavens because like Atlas tricked him into holding up the heavens in his stead, right? So like that means that Thor is powerful enough to hold up the heavens, which means he's powerful enough to stop the stars from falling down to Earth. Yeah, because Hercules did. So it's like I mean, come on. So Stray Bean, Superman could just kiss Thor and make Thor forget why they're fighting. Well, that is a Donnerverse power, which I was reading. Because Donnerverse is so busted, if you remember, like Superman 3 and 4, where like uses Reparo vision and shit.
You realize Superman picked up a book with infinite pages, right?
Well, I mean,
had an ending.
How
can you be infinite if you don't have an ending? If you have an ending,
Thor's like fought beings that have hurt eternity, right? Like like the actual eternity. So
And well,
basically,
Thor
that is to
wins.
say, I say that we'll leave it for the viewers to decide, because I feel like we're at an impasse on it. I don't think we're gonna.
Thor wins, guys.
I don't think we're gonna get anywhere. I feel like that this battle could still be told.
now wait a minute. Before we move on, I want to talk about the strongest versions of Superman and Thor.
Okay, well, I tried to let me look up. I'll throw on Rune King Thor.
I will talk about Superman Prime 1 million. Literally, he traveled across. No. You've been jerking off Thor this whole time.
No,
all right?
okay. I'm trying to figure out whether or not Harold.
It
is time for me to
If
stroke
Herald
the
of Thunder
Kryptonian
or
rod.
Rune King, I think Rune King Thor is the strongest. So.
Milkman Superman is stronger than that.
The
Superman.
There is that Milkman comic that there is that.
He
Milk
is
comic
he is much stronger than Superman Prime 1 million.
Superman Prime 1 million traveled across the entire universe, learning all these techniques and powers from different civilizations. Then he was able to break through the fucking source wall, and he met God, literal capital God. God.
Okay, so here's
trained with God, inherited part of his powers, returned to the universe, created a dynasty of Supermen to watch over Earth while he spent 15,000 years in the core of a sun. And when he came back out from a single strand of DNA, he was able to resurrect Krypton, to resurrect Lois Lane.
So
he turned Lois Lane into a being similar to himself. He can freeze time with his breath. He is so fast he could be in the place he's going before he's left the place that he's in. He can create universes. When did Thor ever create a universe? All right, Superman Prime 1 million. You do know.
Okay, hang on there. Hang on. I'm just saying. You know who did create like a universe and like multiple different like realms? Thor's dad. So like the same dad, he has all the powers of.
Yeah. So he still lose.
Can Odin break through the source wall?
Thor's
penis. Odin probably. Well, if you think about like if Highfather's got to be weaker than Odin. Like Odin versus Darkseid would probably be another episode for another
Odin. Answer the question: can Odin break through the source wall?
Yes. I'm going to say yes.
I'm not sure.
Superman did that before he trained with the. Like you got to understand, Superman Prime 1 million. You have him pre-source training and
this dorky face he's got. You know, like that one soy jack. You know that one. You know that soy jack where his mouth is flat like that, and he's. Hey, look at his face.
This isn't about
a soy jack.
Dude, if you're having to criticize his design to win an argument,
no, okay. I want to read through the thing. You're like so. Like I said, this isn't me being like Thor wins cuz it's like, oh, let me read what they say and we can compare.
Let's see why Thor kicks his ass.
Okay, so I'm seeing a lot here. That it's like obviously he's got God level, power. He's able to do all this stuff, mind control.
Thor can do that. Base Thor.
No, well, base Thor had like illusion, but like they didn't have a link to being like, here's what he did. Like he's not an illusion mage like Loki or Enchantress, right? He might be able to cast some kind of something, but they never said what that was. So I'm not gonna give it to him as like he's as powerful as Loki because that would be dumb. I'm not gonna do that.
I got you.
So
but he's still better than the Superman. Yeah.
Dimensional travel via portal creation. They can both do that.
Thor does it better. But yeah, I got it.
Thor does it cooler because he spins his hammer to do it.
Yeah, that's right.
Memory manipulation. They can both do that. Can erase memories. Like they both can do that. It's just whether or not Thor's could work.
It will.
So. Data manipulation can digitize himself to enter computers and literally fight viruses. So he's Sora.
Fucking nerd.
Superman Prime 1 million versus Sora now.
What the fuck does he need that power?
There you go.
Fuck Thor up.
To fuck Thor up.
Well,
right.
if he digitizes himself and Thor cuts off all the power to the computer, what happens?
That's right.
No,
He's
no,
a fucking Digimon.
Control, Alt, Delete. It's over. Thor wins.
No, you'd have to uninstall
Uh,
program. Control Alt Delete just ends the running of the program.
Yeah,
The
you have to
program's
open up.
still there.
Yeah, you got to uninstall.
you'd have to
proving my
uninstall.
point. Thank you for proving my point.
Uh,
Anyone can beat him.
attack potency varies. His powers are variable depending on how much access he has to his home star. Up to low multiverse level, despite being weakened, he knocked out Firestorm with his Frost Breath. His Frost Breath is stated to be capable of freezing a red giant, stated to be more powerful than the gravitational pull of a collapsed star, cause an earthquake 3.5 magnitude on the Richter scale and move by just leaping.
Therefore, he's weaker.
Does it say who has the same as
Versus Battle Wiki just basically said that Superman Prime 1 million is weaker. He's even weaker than fucking Superman Rebirth.
That's
So Thor still
bullshit.
wins.
No, I was just reading that. It was pretty strong. Like his freeze breath being able to freeze a red giant star is really strong. Like base Superman cannot do that. Base Superman cannot approach a red giant. Base Superman cannot approach a red giant star because he loses his powers.
Multi-level. He's not multi-level. He's
I
low
mean,
multiversal.
that breath. I mean, that breath. No Mentos can help that.
It doesn't matter because Thor's just gonna shrug it off. But he's low multiversal level. And how strong was base Thor again?
It was lower than low multiverse, I believe.
It was.
I think. I know I said it.
No, I thought it was.
Or it was.
Look,
It was
look
high.
at
It
you-
was
look at
high
you-
multi.
Look
It's
at you
high
how backing
multiverse
you up,
and-
Wizard. You got
Look
Ruby,
at that.
all right?
Look at that.
I got
High
fucking
multiversal
Cynic and
level,
one
he
gun on my side,
loses.
and you got Ruby.
High outerverse low Vs.
Oh,
so
wait,
it's high.
that's
Okay, so
that's
it was.
a complete stomp. High outerversal. That's a
No,
complete
it was.
stomp then.
Well, it's high outerverse via his inner life essence, but I'm not giving Thor his life essence because that is a recent kind of thing, and I haven't read much about it. Right?
Uh-huh.
He's basically just has like inner willpower that he can just call upon. Which Cynic, you did read the part in Immortal Thor where he did reference all that, and I actually have the quote up here. They like added it in. I can't remember where it was. Who's stronger? The question those like us are always asked: who's stronger? Can I arm wrestle the Hulk? Run a race with Quicksilver? Challenge Willie Lumpkin in a contest of wriggling ears? Quickly measure the results, write them down to see who is worthy. But strength is relative to the need for it. If I have to, I can stand on Jupiter. I can stand on anything if the need is great and the cause is just. As can you, as can we all.
All father power.
Yeah, we are not measured by strength nor by raw power. The measure of us is what we do when the need for action lies upon us. The hammer is in our hand. So that's with all power, all father power, but it's a reference, I believe, to.
We can make him as strong as we need him to be.
It's a reference
you
to his
still didn't
inner
answer the
strength that
question.
they brought
Can
up.
Thor or Odin break through the source wall?
I don't know how it takes to break through the source wall, so let me look up
I'm
how to
saying
break
yes. Thor
Superman.
Let me look up
Remember,
the source
Superman
wall.
was able to do it, and then he got stronger because he trained with God after he broke through it.
Okay.
still loses.
You know what was originally going to be behind the source wall in
Nothing.
the original no, when they got through the source wall, the Marvel universe was going to be on the other side.
I fucking hate you, Wizard.
No, that's true. That is a God's honest true story.
Why?
To be funny, to be like, hey, look, because that was back when Marvel and DC were closer related. Like they were willing to do their crossovers back and forth.
And stuff. Okay, that makes sense.
And I was just watching a video about a comic that they did with Quasar, where the one of the elders of the universe that was like the runner or whatever, who's wanted to have all the Marvel speedsters race.
Mm-hmm.
Then randomly in the middle of that, a guy shows up who has no memory of what happened, and he's got kind of a torn up red
supposed to be the
trunks.
Flash.
And he's supposed to be the Flash from Crisis on
Yeah.
Infinite Earths, that after he disappeared, he ended up in the Marvel universe, and he
That's
actually
kinda funny.
stayed there for a while and then was sent back to be able to complete the thing. But so he has no memory of who he is, but he believes, as Mr. Alt account points out, he called himself buried alien.
Peter Parker appeared in a Superman comic. I forget which one it is, but he's a photographer. After he would be working for
Lois,
the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, Lois and Clark appear in Marvels, but there also is a Lois and Clark that works at the Daily Bugle, I believe, at some point. Yeah, and I've mentioned too about like just even a few years ago, there was a in one of the Thor comics, they show a panel of everyone who's lifted the hammer, and you can see Wonder Woman's like her holding it with the lasso, and then Superman holding it, and it's his silhouette where you can see his hair curl, his cape, and so it's like it was like that's cool. And then DC did it too because they mentioned like a multiverse that had like a green giant as strong as Doomsday.
I remember that. Yeah.
And Thor, the Norse god of thunder.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool when they started doing it. But anyway, I think Superman Prime 1 million. Well, this was Superman Prime 1 million. We haven't read Rune King Thor yet. Rune King Thor.
It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
No, I'm not gonna go all the into Rune King Thor. Yeah, Rune King. So he gets all powers of base and Odin Force.
I'm jealous of
Thor.
Kurt Cobain right now.
I mean, just like, all right, there we go. No unhappy campers in the tent. So are you gonna be good?
Yeah, put me back where I belong.
BTM's on, boy. I mean,
No, don't you get my backup to go away. No, fuck you, dude.
No, I'm moving you. You're the original group. Anyway, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
It was just a joke, Wizard.
Anyway, no, I'm not gonna go through everything because a lot of it's just like what he has here is what he has here. But
unless we've seen Thor stuff, how many times?
The Wizard just said you go to BTM.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm not going over there. They're watching
some tap dancing redneck.
It's the Wild and Wonderful Whites, West Virginia, but it's the first one. So
no. So one thing that they saw here, they have like force field creation and like extrasensory perception. So he's basically he was able to block all of the Mangog's like attacks with like a stand basically. And I was like, oh, that's like cool. I haven't read this comic that it's from, but I've heard people talk about Rune King Thor a bunch. But yeah, so he's just basically like he's just standing there and he's like the punches are blocked basically. But granted, Superman Prime 1 million it wouldn't matter to him. He'd be strong enough to either break through them or what have you. Because I don't think Superman Prime 1 million keeps the magical, I don't think magic holds any sway over him anymore. So
it does.
Anyway,
I can agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, I want you to think about this. He left Earth in the 21st century and started the long journey to becoming Superman Prime 1 million, and it ended in like the 723rd century or some shit.
So anyway, so Superman, I'd say Rebirth Superman. I think Superman beats Thor.
There we go.
Just because like Superman has so many more feats of impossible strength, but Thor's got a long way to go. But at the same time, Superman, because Thor and Superman fight different types of enemies most of the time. Superman fights like really powerful, like Darkseid and stuff. Like the new gods are really powerful.
Darkseid sucks. Well, yeah,
but Thor fights like these. Like Thor started fighting these like super omega powerful, world destroying like guys, and like I said, if you pull in his like willpower thing, then it's a battle. I've written it out as like it's a battle of stamina. And could Superman, because Superman will run out of solar energy if he is away from the sun. Thor is able to summon weather in space. Could Thor block out the sun?
How dare you betray me, Wizard?
No, you're listening to me. Like I'm saying, it's like there's that he could block out the sun. Superman runs out of solar energy and is unable to have his full strength and power. But Thor also, as he uses his power, gets like wore out and tired. If we bring in Odin Force or even like the God Blast thing, he gets weaker as he does that. So it basically be a stamina battle.
All that, Wizard?
So
you know what the worst part about all that is that Superman is so fast that he can fly to every single star in the universe and boost his power up.
Well, if you were to leave the fight, but Thor can also.
But he moving way too fast, and each stun he gets to, he's just going to keep moving even faster. So he's just going to come right back within less than a fraction of a second.
Well, Thor can teleport, so speed wise, they're about equal. But we're gonna move on. Janong is here.
But Thor still wins, though. He still kicks his ass.
He believes that Joe Hendry can beat Thor. He believes Joe Hendry can pick up the hammer as well. I don't believe it.
What the fuck? This guy is everywhere. What a
hey.
I'm sorry.
God almighty, here we go again.
I don't know who you are. Listen, I will squash everything right now if you take my side in this, okay?
You
Cynic is saying,
you piece of fucking
these guys
shit.
are saying is like
Thor
versus Superman, Larry.
Larry,
Who
wins? Thor versus Superman.
Who wins? Thor versus Superman. You better answer.
You got Larry. Oh, so powerful one in comics.
Janong says Joe Hendry will beat Thor and Superman combined. Well,
God damn it!
All right.
You know what? You know what? Larry's not as bad as I thought.
All right,
Jessica, shut the fuck up. Where's my button?
God damn it. Anyway,
Get
get back in here. Get back in here. You ain't getting out of here. We got another person to look at. We got to look at Sora.
Yeah.
Sora's getting bro. Sora's getting fucking pummeled because Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck and Goofy can't be there to give him his little combo powers.
If Mickey can beat Thor, Thor can beat Thor. Superman, wrong person.
Sora can beat
Superman was always going to beat Thor. You should have known that.
No, Superman was never beating Thor, man. Superman kills Thor, dude.
Okay, so
What
it
I
is
just
funny
said.
because
Superman.
look at the specs on this, right? So Sora's striking strength is wall level, which is like very
That's
like that's
bullshit.
But it also says
wall
but
level.
okay, hold on. Because look, hold on here. Look, then it goes up to multiverse level in base, multiverse level, eventually low complex multiverse level with drive forms, low complex multiverse level. So it's like, because if you think about it, he can punch like Chernobog and shit. It's like Chernobog is Satan and is a godly being unto himself. So it's like all right.
Like this is what you have to understand about Kingdom Hearts characters. Realize that each world in Kingdom Hearts, like each of the Disney worlds, is like its own pocket dimension, right? It's like its own miniature universe. And these guys are existing outside of those pocket dimensions. They're fighting on a higher dimensional level. And that's not even counting the fact that they've introduced a world of fiction. So now they're like traveling over into like fiction. And
well,
like
that's the thing, like
their idea
Stray Bean says that's it. I'm going back to TMA.
That boy's
It
still
makes
streaming.
more sense. Good job, Jessica, on confusing even the creator of Kingdom Hearts.
Hold up. When they say
Quit clapping. You're not a black lady.
When they talk, I am tonight, bitch. When they talk about a world of fiction, understand that to them, fiction is our world.
Okay, so what world is Thor going to be fighting in then? I'm saying Little Mermaid.
What?
So how this
of all levels, Little Mermaid.
Okay, so Atlantica, you mean tourist?
Yeah.
No, so well, if he is in Atlantica and he's fighting Thor, he's dead because Thor would electrocute the water and kill him.
Thor beats Sora. He rapes him. He makes Sora his bitch, his prison bitch.
If we're looking at like Thun, what's the most powerful one? Not Daga, but the one above it. The one above Thundaga.
You talk, what do you mean? The most powerful thing about Sora is the ultimate Keyblade.
No, I'm saying Jessica or Cynic, the Thunder, but the one above Thundaga.
Thundaza.
Thundaza, right? Yeah. So Thundaza is Sora's most powerful thunder that he can produce. So it's like, how would that compare to Thor's most powerful thunder, which is the
he's only at Thundaga though.
Yeah, he's only at Thundaga. He's the god of Thundaga.
Yeah. And he's really been using it a lot. but it's just the scaling's not working.
Think about like all the
He's
stuff.
late
the
game.
He's using a melee damage keyblade.
Yeah, and for some reason, yeah.
But anyway, so
I mean, the keyblade's like doing like heart manipulation and shit, which is essentially
like
the same.
they say here, like he was able to beat Xehanort when Xehanort's at, like in Kingdom Hearts 3, right? He's most powerful. He's beat because like I said, Sora can beat anyone as long as he doesn't get hit. As long as he doesn't lose health, he can just literally whack the guy with the keyblade until they're dead.
Well, I mean, how fast is? What's the speed?
You have to remember, like Xehanort, like
athletic human or infinite.
Using the power of Kingdom Hearts, Xehanort was literally going to take like all these fucking pocket dimensions, these pocket universes, and there's countless of them. Remember, every star in the sky in the Kingdom Hearts universe is one of these worlds. All right, he was going to reset the entire fucking creation, and Sora still beat his ass.
So lifting strength, class 10, he can move boulders. At least class M can overpower a huge beast made of solid stone while nerfed as a lion, like in Kingdom Hearts 2 when he's on a lion form.
Yeah, when he was in Pride Lands. Yeah,
because he fought like the beast made of stone. That gives him this. I just love like the feat and like the base level stuff, especially for like someone like Sora, where it's like, yeah, he fought Chernobog, so he's strong enough to take down a demonic god or whatever.
Exactly.
So then let's put him pre-Keyblade Sora versus Thor. That's the only metric you're allowed to measure. That's it.
No,
that's bullshit.
That is bullshit because he can barely skip a rock.
He's using a wooden fucking sword before he gets Keyblade. Don't give me that shit.
But no, so it's Kingdom Hearts 3. They have like genius combat, right?
He barely
he's gone
even has
through,
any tweaks sparkle when he's using that wood sword. Come on, man. It's rude.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, like Sora versus Thor would be an interesting thing. But like I said, I think Sora would take it just because Sora cannot be beat, and Sora is worthy to wield the hammer. Like,
bingo.
So like
Kingdom Hearts characters are fucking ridiculous when you really think about it.
Yeah, they kind of got Toon energy, but not really. They got like my anime thing. Well, I will say too that it was on the Versus thing that Thor has stated multiple times that when he fights like humans on Earth, he holds back. So like there is so they literally have like a thing at the bottom that says like, we don't know what his power level is because the guy says he's holding back all the time. So
yeah, that's a bunch of Thor cope.
It's
Thor wins.
It's a Thorish lie.
He's either fighting Simba Thor or Atlantica Thor.
Simba Sora.
Yeah, Sora, my bad.
Yeah.
We've been dick riding Thor so hard.
Well, it's Thorsday. It's the holiest of days.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know.
Unless you want to ride this out past midnight, it will still be Thorsday as we talk.
Pride Land Sora is literally a little pussycat, though. Like, come on.
Yeah, he's just a little. Anyway, so speaking of little pussycats, I think Thor beats Sora. I think it's just let's be honest.
think so too.
Even at like 90, even at like 99 health, at 99 health, right? 99 level health or whatever, like that health bar still goes down. So, I mean,
no way.
I think Sora beats base Thor. Rune King Thor that's probably a different story.
Well, no, Rune King Thor is we're not even.
I thought you said Ruby King Thor. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on. We already looked at the Miles Morales.
That is the weakest Thor that anyone could ever. Summer Swan says Wizard's adoration of Thor is authorable. So, I win the day, boys. Son Goku.
All right, let's get it on.
You're king. I hear a lot about this Goku guy.
Jesus.
I hear a lot about Mr. Son Goku.
Let me explain this shit to you. In Battle of God.
Listen to the hand clapping already.
Hold on. Before we get into this, this is just, we're going to throw the gloves off. And I want you to just come at me with all you got.
All right, bitch, let's go.
We'll put my virginity to your twinkness to the test.
Let's fucking go. So in Battle of Gods, which is the very beginning of Dragon Ball Super, all right, this motherfucker was fighting Beerus. Their punches alone was echoing enough power that it would have
God, I can
destroyed
smell the virginity through my
not
fucking microphone.
only the physical universe, like all the stars and galaxies and stuff, not just that, but the Elder Kai said it would destroy the afterlife, the Supreme Kai realm, and you have to remember, heaven is inside of the afterlife, right? Heaven itself is the size of the physical universe. So their punches alone, just the power radiating off of their punches, just echoing off of their punches, all right? The excess power would have destroyed multiple universes, all right? And that's them not even fighting seriously. That's the beginning of Dragon Ball Super.
Well,
So
I got to interject right here. It says right here, Thor's cries as a newborn created storms that shook Yggdrasil and every realm in its branches. His cries as a newborn shook the same because you know what's in the Yggdrasil? The 10th realm. You know what the 10th realm is, Jesker? Heaven. Meaning that Thor's newborn baby cries shook the same heaven that you talked about Goku had to fight, do whatever bullshit to shake. So, you know, baby Thor beats Son Goku. Good night, everybody.
As I was saying, that's the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. That's not even counting Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, how strong he got training with Beerus and Whis. I mean, when he was fighting Hit in the Tournament of Destroyers, all right, Hit was stopping time, and Goku was so fast, he was able to outrun Hit's time stop. I don't even know how the fuck that's possible, all right? But he was able to outrun a dude freezing time. He wasn't even able to, like, this dude was able to stop time, to freeze time, and Goku was so fast that he outmaneuvered that shit. He's faster than fucking time, dude. What the hell? So he's doing that shit. That's in Universe 6 tournament, all right? That's only 2 arcs after the Battle of Gods, all right?
This guy's
One gun, you're not muted, my friend.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Important stuff you're interrupting.
Now we get into the Zamasu arc, all right? And like again, we got like more timey-wimey bullshit. We got Goku like literally transporting into an empty void after Zeno is able to destroy all of the universes in Future Trunks' timeline, and Goku's able to survive there. He's hanging out there. He grabs Zeno, so he's clearly able to survive in these higher level dimensions. Like it's fucking crazy. Now you get to the Tournament of Power, and this is where shit gets wild. Goku shook an empty infinite void. I don't know how that's possible, but he
Ruby,
did.
are you just coughing or trying to interject?
What's that? I'm just listening. I'm sorry.
Goku just going Ultra Instinct shook an infinite empty void. How do you shake infinity? That's him transforming. All right. That's him transforming. Now, let's not even include all the shit that comes after. Broly, Dragon Ball Super Broly. We got the Granola arc. We have
So what I have, I was just saying, because the one I picked was Dragon Ball Z manga. Which one should I be clicking on to be like, this is the what we
is there
consider
Dragon Ball Super anywhere?
Dragon Ball Super manga.
Dragon Ball Super manga. Okay.
Yes.
Which also includes the anime. So yeah.
Okay. So that's what we're counting. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you want a real fucking badass Goku, is there a Xeno Goku?
Yo, Xeno Goku is even more insane, dude. It's crazy.
No.
They have
Like,
game Xeno Goku, but
yeah, it's all the same shit.
no. Okay, no. So this is what if we MCU Thor, right? Live action Thor.
Oh my god.
Versus
Thor
live
wins.
action.
Easily.
Live action.
Yes,
Goku.
Thor. Yes, this Goku gets mollywopped by Thor, and it's not even a fucking
his
contest.
feats aren't even there. Fucking Dragon Ball Goku.
There you go.
beats
I got you to admit Thor beats Goku. Good night, everybody.
I'll hurt you in ways you never thought a human could be hurt, Wizard. I swear to God.
With?
I mean, he'll
Super
rape
manga?
you.
Dragon Ball Super manga. I don't care about the Xeno stuff, although Xeno Goku is even more impressive. But
okay, because they throw in a lot of these god forms, right? They're talking. I was reading up, and there's a lot of these god forms, but there's no
shit. Hold up, go back up.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
And so these ones they list the tiers, and so I had pulled up the tier list and like how they, because for like the comic books they wrote it out as like, oh, it's It's high multiverse. It's whatever. So with this one,
Has Goku got his ass whipped yet?
no. You think Jesker's gonna admit defeat? Well, okay. Live action Goku, did get killed by Thor.
Yeah,
Yes, live action
all agree
Goku
that.
is a bitch.
What about the original? How many times have y'all fought? We got something to eat and use the bathroom.
No, we moved. I had to move it up to Super because I didn't know which one Jesker was gonna go with. So
Yes.
anyway,
Super Goku is the one you got to go with.
okay, so it seems his highest is 2C with God form, which is low multiverse level, which is lower than Thor's strength.
No. You're far higher with the Ultra Instinct sign, and perfected
If you-
Ultra Instinct varies up to far higher with Kamehameha. So you
If you do, then you got to give Thor God Blast and like Odin Force, right? Like
You have to
Goku's
give him
gonna
Odin
want him
Force.
at his strongest. Don't say that he won't.
Yeah, that's why I don't really care about
Goku's
versus
gonna want him
Batman.
at his
True.
strongest.
You're right. Yeah.
I don't really agree.
you
with
will.
That.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So that means that I'm not gonna put you against Rune King Thor, but like, he's gonna want him to be able to turn off the limiter. He's gonna want him to have the Odin Force, right? I'm not gonna give you the belt either that amplifies his strength either. I'm not gonna do that, but
Wait, which god form are they talking about? Did they say?
no, it just says various. Like they don't
Oh.
really give you.
Because there's like there's Super Saiyan God, there's Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan
Yeah.
Blue Kaioken, and then you have like variants of that. Then you got Ultra Instinct, and you have variants of Ultra Instinct.
Multiversal. That's why I don't care about versus
There's a
battle.
lot of like all this. There's a lot of this bullshit to kind of sink through.
He's low for multiversal. What?
It like the latest one is going to be the Granola. It's going to be technically superhero, but just go for Granola the Survivor arc, okay?
Where was that at? There it is. Okay, so
That's why I got out of this.
all previous abilities from base plus greater in instinctive action can now use Ultra Instinct technique to conjunction with its base and various transformations. Ultra Instinct forms better than before, and heal himself when injured, and which Thor can also do. Can sense God of Destruction's key, which is even harder to sense standard. That doesn't matter. Force field creation can create barriers that protect him against attacks much stronger. Like it's like gravity manipulation, populating magic, broke free. So magic resistance though. Hold on there. That's a high it's a high thing because if he's got resistance to magic, Thor's mostly magic.
That's right, bitch. That's
Thor
right, bitch.
Superman didn't have it, but
Take the knee. Take the knee.
Goku's got it.
Take the knee. Take the knee.
We got to look at strength, right? We got to look at the actual feats of strength. They don't have like his that's base that I just clicked on. They don't have like his strength. Yeah, attack potency. Okay. So if we let's go for the furthest out here. Far higher with Kamehameha, ignore durability with low multiverse level, far higher with God forms, can be stronger than before. Effortlessly dominated a granola bar clone who had some power from his real self. Later on in the arc as Super Saiyan Blue, he's able to somewhat keep up with Granola after awakening his right eye. This all sounds like nonsense. I'm sorry. After being healed by Vegeta, he fought Casal awakened power gas for a while before getting pressured, and perfect Ultra Instinct, he could fight and can so true Ultra Instinct, he became a little stronger than Gas, was able to compete with him in zombie-like state. So basically, low multiverse level, far high with God forms. So we'll put that at where was it down here? Like far higher, so complex multiverse, I guess, or something. Like he's in tier 1.
Now keep in mind when we talk about multiverses, Dragon Ball has 2 types of multiverses. They have like the alternate timeline stuff, but they also have like the 12 universes, and like each timeline has its own set of 12 universes. So you have like multiverses within a multiverse.
Okay, so So if we're saying then Thor gets God Blast, or he gets Odin Force, right? Because he would want him at his strongest, right? So we were holding back with the Odin Force stuff. I was ignoring it the whole time. So in true Dragon Ball fashion, we're going to reveal that we were can go even further beyond.
Well, did you check out his Ultra Instinct stats? Because you're just on base, aren't you?
No, well, it's on base at the bottom, and then you can move it up. So this is like the the highest. Let me double check up here. Okay, so it does have. Well, this is like. Yeah,
there you go.
This shows like his picture. Like it changes the picture. It doesn't change the information. See? Like it's basically like this is just to show you for visual reference, but like it starts, the bottom is the lowest with base, and then the highest is like, here's how he gets this high, right? So, 2C with God forms or whatever, right? So anyway, like I said, we are going even further beyond. So high hyperverse level, so that would be 1B, right? Which I gave Goku 1C, so this is 1B for Thor. High hyperverse level with only an incomplete version of the Odin Force. He fought against Null, being his only rival at the time. Uses the Destroyer for physical training. High Outerverse level, which is 1A, via his inner life essence absorption, completely drained the power of heavily amplified Galactus and unleashed its entirety as a bomb that could destroy the Black Winter, who destroyed the 6th iteration of Eternity. So a thing that kills Eternity. Thor drained Galactus's power, which he would not have if he was fighting, Goku. But with his inner life essence, was able to kill Eternity. And itself was strongly amplified by the All Death, which came to be the suicide of the second cosmos. Look at this like H.P. Lovecraft like talking, right? So the God Blast made the Black Winter bleed, and the Phoenix Fire, by tapping into the energy of the Phoenix Force, storm it within himself, which is again goes back into the weird like parentage of Thor that I was talking about earlier. He was able to assist in holding back the remnants of the first firmament, which were threatening to erase all of existence in an omniversal wave of destruction. When he had the power cosmic, which he would not have, but had the power cosmic in addition to the Odin Force, he was high hyperverse level. He's high outerverse level via his inner life essence, absorption, and the God Blast. High outerverse level equal or superior to those who sit above in shadow, as they directly referenced his strength when bargaining with him, acknowledging his power to the point of offering him to join them. They were unable to stop him when he declined. So, again, Thor goes even further beyond, and he kills Goku. No problem.
This is bullshit.
I don't make the rules. I'm sorry. Goku, it's the same thing that plagues Goku when he fights Superman. He wants him at his most powerful. But Goku has not yet been written to surpass either of them. So he must, So that's why, I would put Thor and Superman as a very good contestable, back and forth. But both of them Superman and Thor would beat Sora. Superman and Thor would beat Goku. This is how it works. Like I said, if Thor stops holding back, which if they're fighting in space, he would not hold back. And so. When he cut off Mythos, who was MODOK with all of the powers of the 10 realms and stuff, he cut off his arm and picked it up. So he picked up the arm of a being of all of reality, of all of the multiverse. He held the multiverse's hand, right? It's literally immeasurable strength. That's your book of infinite pages. And
all
he
right,
punched it. And he
check
punched
out real
him
quick.
with it.
Check out real quick, Xeno Goku.
Here, well, hold on there. Let me.
Because Xeno Goku's
Let me show you. So this is where he's like unhand me, and he takes his hand off and he punches him with his own hand.
Yeah, but how do we know how heavy that is? That doesn't mean it's immeasurable strength.
Well, because he is right now. MODOK has the power of, or he is made up of the multiversal reality of the. I'm just saying that's more show me Goku.
I think that's that's a little egregious because we don't.
I
want to see that hand on a scale, Wiz.
This is the versus Goku fight, and we're taking everything into account because I want to make Jesker mad. I want to make Jesker mad. So.
Fuck You.
Okay, what am I looking at here? For Goku?
Xenogoku.
Xenogoku. Yeah.
Okay, here it is down here. Is this the video game thing? Is this what I'm looking at? Okay. So he is a low 1C tier. So he is low complex multiverse.
How?
Go on.
That's why I don't fuck with versus.
There's like a big like breakdown of his thing. Okay, so here's
Yeah.
attack potency, low complex multiverse level, low complex multiverse level, low complex multiverse level, low complex multiverse level, stronger than before. So I'm not seeing anything that's like this Goku's getting beat to the other Goku. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
No, he's not. No, that's.
Hold on.
I have to say that Xenogoku actually mollywomps.
Xenogoku, hold on. Xenogoku is the one that like absorbed like the universe tree and stuff, wasn't he?
Yeah, he did that. Yes.
Yeah, like he like Super Saiyan Blue universe tree absorbed.
Yeah.
Immeasurable lifting strength comparable to CC Goku at the time. Universe mission prism stated to be the strongest warrior, thus making him superior to even time power unleashed. Whatever. Immeasurable, striking strength, low complex multiversal level.
How the hell you have immeasurable strength and your striking power is nowhere close to that? That's retarded.
Low complex multiverse. So that's
one
C.
Doesn't make any sense.
That's 1C. Whereas, yeah. So I'm not. Again, I was like, is this your king? Superhuman stamina. We didn't even get into Thor stamina. Like we didn't even talk about that. Standard melee range, low complex multiversal range. That's just weird to like list that out. It's like I could just additional equipment, a key sword. So and a power pole and sensu beans.
Hold up. Is it Xenogoku that absorbed the universe tree, or is it Dragon Ball Heroes Goku?
That's technically Xenogoku, but sure.
Maybe it's Dragon.
No, technically it would be no. You're right. That is a different Goku, but they cross. They meet each other constantly. So yeah, you're right. Because Xenogoku transforms into Super Saiyan 4.
Seeing low 1C. I mean,
but you can scale them against each other.
This is bullshit, though. He literally absorbed a fucking universe tree.
That's why I don't.
His lifting strength is immeasurable. But his striking strength is low complex multiverse again, so yeah. His durability is low complex multiverse as well. Whereas
this website is whack, bro.
Thor's powers are whack. Like Thor hits you with high outerverse, but your durability is low complex multiverse. Like you're dead.
Dude, this wiki is ass.
So I don't make the rules.
You never heard of Versus Battle Wiki before?
Yeah, and it's ass.
He's gonna dig a whole stream just about this one website.
If I'm not mistaken, like back in my Power Scale days, it's not. I mean, a lot of people use it, but it's more so like normies. You know what I'm saying? Not like hardcore
like me.
power scalers. So.
They're the sacred texts, is what I.
The sacred text.
But yeah, Thor beats Goku.
Unfortunately. So Thor beats Goku. I mean, like, that was.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And that wasn't even like all powerful Thor. That was just like as he stands now, without even the power of Zeus. We didn't even get into that. Because as he stands now, he has the power of Zeus.
I went against your other son.
No,
screw that. No, Goku beats Thor. Regardless, it doesn't matter how powerful Thor gets. No. This is Wizard Channel. I gotta respect him. I'm sorry, Wizard.
No, I mean, like, I just the facts are the facts, and them's the breaks. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I have at the top of the chat there's a Q&A. We'll hit these, and then we'll take this stream out back and shoot it.
It was a good stream.
Yeah, this is fun. I finally got to do my Thor only show, and I got to torture you all. I tricked Cynic into reading Immortal Thor. I made Jesker admit that Thor could beat Goku. It's a great.
I didn't say that shit.
Yeah, you said that Thor would beat Dragon Ball Evolution Goku, and that is
Goku.
That counts. I will clip it out.
That's not Goku. That is Ukog. That's Ukog.
Ukog. Yeah, that's right.
Ruby King asked, would Jesker make a beautiful bride for Thor?
Ooh.
Thor has been known to cross dress, but I don't think he's ever had a cross dresser, as a bride. But
I can't stand your chat, man.
I can't stand him either.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That fucking Ruby King.
Fucking shoot him in the face.
So I would say that I dress up this little twink femboy, right? I'm sure you'd be blushing bride.
Yeah.
Jim tells you, ask, why is Cynic gay?
I was born that way.
Except him.
Yeah,
That's right.
Everyone's gay except
Not me.
me.
Yeah. So
No, not me. I'm not gay.
Preston asked, God of War Thor versus Marvel Thor, who would win? No, Marvel Thor. God of War Thor, we didn't get to see he's just strength, but he doesn't have like godly. Marvel Thor's got like godly powers and stuff.
You'll have to scale him to fucking Kratos and
but then like even then like you beat him and then Odin stabs him and you beat Odin.
You still beat him, but you'll just have to scale him.
It'd be like comparing mythology Thor to like Marvel Thor. It's like mythology Thor like
on top of that. Wait,
powerful.
he beats him, but fucking in the first boss fight, doesn't Kratos lose that?
No, Thor leaves. But then Kratos is weaker because of Fimbulwinter, because he's back to level 1, right? So
I guess
where Thor's not. Anyway, Preston asked, could Mr. Rogers or Chuck Norris lift the hammer? Mr. Rogers, no. Unless you're counting Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny.
Yes.
And in which case he is willing to kill.
Yes.
So then yes, at that point he would.
Wait, but Mr. Rogers was a soldier in World War II, wasn't he?
No, that's a myth. He's like a sniper and all that. That's like
I'm pretty sure that's a myth. Yeah.
Oh, that's gay.
Chuck Norris. I want to say Chuck Norris.
Yes.
Well, I mean, Chuck Norris. If you go with like his lore Chuck Norris. He probably has to have a power scaling thing that includes all of those jokes.
Oh, they definitely do. They gotta have it.
Well, yeah, because Death Battle used it for that one special they did. So, no, I'd say Norris doesn't lift the hammer, but the hammer, wants to be in his hand or some Norris, like something like that, right?
The real question is, can Ruby lift Mjolnir?
No, definitely not.
Oh, damn. Thanks for taking my shooting my dreams, man.
I gotta take your lore into account. I'm sorry. I gotta power scale you.
That's all right. You don't have to.
Grumpy asks, what is your favorite representation of Thor? What is the best representation of Thor? 2D, anime, live action, etc. Well, Earth's Mightiest Heroes Thor is pretty up there. MCU was good for a time. I haven't really fully gone into like everything Thor to fully compare and contrast everything, but it's mainly just like this is the coolest Thor, right? And Earth's Mightiest Heroes Thor is really cool because he's just huge. He's a mountain of a man, right? And he's like, he's got his eloquent way of speaking, and he's super powerful. Like in that first episode, he blasts Graviton with this massive thing that like levels part of like the New York that they're at. And it's just like, if he did that to like Batman, right? He's like, he's dead. Like it's just, there's nothing you can do about it. But no, so Earth's Mightiest Heroes Thor is really good. Then Grumpy asks, when is Thorsday Part 2? I leave it up to these guys, not in that they have any say over it. It's just if they annoy me enough, I will force this back onto them. And we will come back with even more power scaling and even more things. But
I was gonna say, Wiz, we ought to do this like once a month and review Immortal Thor.
No,
I was thinking about doing.
I was
thinking about doing it as like going back through from the beginning and being like, I read from here to here or whatever. But
yeah, I mean, I'll come on and do it with you. It'd be like an hour and a half stream. Go through like I don't know, 3, somewhere between. I think 3 would probably be enough. You know, if we're going through it panel by panel. So
something like that. We'll figure it.
I'll do it once a month with you. It'd be awesome.
Yeah. So and then if if there's Thor news, like if there are movies, if there's not, there's always Immortal Thor still happening. That's gonna go for the foreseeable future, I imagine. I think Immortal Hulk went for like 100-something issues. I don't know, but like Mortal Hulk went for a while. So we'll see. We'll see how the people respond, even though they don't like it as it stands right now. But I will force it upon, just like Taika Waititi Thor. I will force it upon you whether you like it or not. You don't know what you want until I give it to you, as Taika Waititi said. Grumpy then asked, "Have y'all read DC 1 Million? It's insane." I have not read DC 1 Million. I'm assuming where Superman 1 Million comes from. Jesker, you knew about it. Did you read it?
I have.
All right.
Although I will say, like, there is some indication that Superman Prime 1 Million is a future version of All-Star Superman.
All-Star Superman, yeah.
Yes. So I tend to go with that more than anything.
Yeah, All-Stars Superman's great. Like, I don't need an overpowered Superman god being thing.
I do.
Like even like I was thinking about this earlier, like even Thor, if you read a lot of like Thor's 60s books, he's a lot of like a Superman, where he's like fighting aliens and stuff. It's very similar stories. But like Thor being too powerful, he has the weakness baked in that if he uses all of his extreme powers, he has to go to Odin's sleep. And if he's in Odin's sleep, he is like a normal guy. He can just be killed, right? But that's if he uses his, like, I didn't bring it into it because if he had it, then he used it, right? It makes him really powerful, but it makes him really weak, right? Superman doesn't have something like that. The closest he ever got was that like solar flare power, and then they kind of just stopped bringing that up. So, Jim asks, "Why is Cynic a bundle of sticks?"
I have no clue about that one.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
Grumpy asked, Grumpy, making sure this stream goes for many more hours. Grumpy asked, "What's the best Kingdom Hearts game?"
2.
1.
2.
Nah, 2.
Okay, well, hold on.
Two.
Well, the answer is the best, not my favorite. My favorite is 1. The best is 2.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, I will say that. Except I don't like it. Well, I like, but I don't like its 2000s like edge that it has, like with a lot of things. Like,
yeah, the beginning of it's terrible. It's too long.
No, that's what made me fall in love with Roxas as a character.
I'm just talking about like
I
I'm just talking about when they. I'm just
I
talking
don't.
about
Hold on. I don't even know how to respond to that without literally having to get a bag to keep the.
We'll
side.
do a Kingdom Hearts stream one day.
Roxas is a good fucking character.
No, he's not.
We'll do a Kingdom Hearts stream one day.
Have you
I gotta get
played
Katie
Days?
on. I'm gonna get Katie
Yes.
on for that.
Katie
I can't
likes
believe
Kingdom
this
Hearts.
Katie's mentioned. That's why I got to figure out. She's mentioned playing it before. I'm
And-
like, I'm gonna get you on to talk about
And
it.
then
A
you
lot
want
of
to
people
you
play
want to
Kingdom Hearts.
criticize Larry for being a bad writer, and you don't even know good characterization, Cynic.
I don't know who you're talking about.
You want to? Yeah, we don't know who this person is that you're talking about. There's a bad writer besides Tetsuya Nomura. Anyway, moving
Whoa.
on.
I'm the bad writer.
This is the church of my God today. I can insult your God. We'll go to holy war over it.
Well, my God's got a nice cozy spot for you in hell, motherfuckers.
Your God actually did a action figure of mine, right? The Tetsuya Nomura designed Thor.
So wait,
action
when will
figure.
you do the Kingdom Hearts stream?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I hope I have my PS4 by then. That way I can
right after this stream is over, we're doing the Kingdom
Why
Hearts.
would
We're
you
just
get
gonna-
Oh, you've already got a PS4. You just don't have it with you. I was about to
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
if you're gonna go buy something, why wouldn't you go buy a PS5, dummy?
No. I'm not buying any game systems until I get a higher paying job.
Wizard out here declaring jihads. No, because we have this peaceful. Our two religions have formed. This is Tetsuya Nomura's design for Thor.
Oh,
and it's
pretty
like
cool.
action figure.
Oh, I hope we get that. That would be awesome in Kingdom Hearts 4.
You're not getting that Kingdom Hearts 4.
I want that in Kingdom Hearts 4.
You're not
You're
even
gonna
getting
get
Kingdom
some
Hearts
Marvel
4.
stuff in Kingdom Hearts 4, but not.
Yeah.
that.
So, this is actually. So this is cool. What he's got here.
It looks like we get Avengers.
He's got like a form change that he can put his axe and his hammer on the same handle.
Yes.
That's
a
badass.
dual-
I love you, Nomura. I love you.
That's cool.
Yeah, so there's like one of them here where he's got like both of them, and so he could like, oh, that's really tiny. He could like click them together if he wanted to. That's pretty cool.
Say what you say what you want about. Listen, you may not.
There's
like
no
him.
zippers or belts though. I mean,
You may not like him, but you cannot deny Nomura has style.
You've used that I think last week too.
I'll keep using it.
Where
It's
are
a good
you?
line.
So
What
I'm
guy?
right here where I've always been.
He's still cooking that burrito.
Yeah. No, I actually cooked another one because I got really hungry. So yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good right now.
Anyway,
I'm about to
so
fucking make me a burrito myself.
Grumpy then asked if we could have gotten the real Marvel vs. Capcom 3. We did get Marvel vs. Capcom 3. You mean Marvel Capcom 4? Because Infinite isn't 4.
Yeah,
it is.
Not.
DC would have been included if we got Capcom Thor versus Capcom Superman. Well, they're like, this is just, what are their specials and what are their supers?
Goddamn fucking. I'm sorry.
Well, I will say that like Ed Boon really wants to make DC versus Marvel NetherRealm fighting game, but that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's not happening.
But I mean like Capcom Superman thing is the same, and then the Injustice supers are all Superman supers. Okay, so then Grumpy says Goku can rumble Thor hard as he can actually fight. Chi technically is magic. Goku, well, no, because I think Death Battle said that it's not.
Stop
No.
listening to Death Battle.
I'm
Death
just
Battle
saying,
is not
that's
the
my
armor
knowledge
of
of drag.
versus
That's service level. My comparison goes.
So the way that it's explained in Dragon Ball is essentially this. Ki and magic do have like a similar origin because it all ties into Taoism and stuff. But ki comes from spiritual cultivation, so it's like inner power. Whereas magic is external power. It's basically manipulating and
Baki.
controlling reality. So that's the difference between ki and magic. So
Okay.
they're not the same thing. They do originate from the same source, which would be the Tao, but they're not the same thing.
All right. So Goku can rumble Superman and Thor. He can win. Willie, we went over that. I don't think Goku beats Superman for sure, but
Goku beats Superman.
I don't think Thor beats Goku. We went over that. Anyway, Janong
Wait, you said
says
you don't think Thor beats Goku?
no, I mean I don't think Goku beats Thor.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
Why'd you add and let him correct himself? We could have like flipped that.
I'm flipping it.
I already
anyway.
got my Jesker clip. Anyway, Janong asks Wiz who can beat Goku from Marvel or DC. Probably lots of people, but also not because a lot of Marvel people are street level.
But listen, there are Marvel and DC characters that I will fully admit can beat Goku.
None of them. Except for
No, there are, dude. I mean,
Well, like the one above all, the source.
Oh well, yeah, I'll
Right.
give you the one above all, and just,
Spectre, Phantom Stranger,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Doctor
not
Fate.
Superman. You know, everyone from DC can beat Goku except for Superman. There you go.
Superman
Hey,
Prime
Superman
one,
beats
Batman
Superman.
beats
Superman
Goku.
Prime 1 million bitches Goku.
No,
Stilt
not even
Man
that.
beats Goku.
All
Squirrel Girl,
versions of Superman
Squirrel
can't beat
Girl
Goku.
beats Goku, but only because stupid Squirrel Girl beats everyone.
Squirrel Girl got a fat ass.
Preston asks, "Why are you so into twinks? You mention them a lot." Just because I have so many friends who are twinkish. Elon shows up. So, dude, one above all would be crazy. That's why I thought Obi was in Loki season 2, but that turned out not be the case. Yeah, they're not doing one above all at all. But
I mean, you can't do one above all because you can't do him often because it's literally God. I mean,
yeah. But I mean, like I'm saying, like they don't like even like bring up one above all. I haven't watched MCU anything in a while, but I don't think they even bring
you
up
mean
one
in the
above all.
MCU? Oh,
Yeah.
Well, there was that quick scene in Doctor Strange Multiverse.
That was
of
Living
Madness.
Tribunal.
I
That's
know,
not
but
one above all.
Wizard, who does he work for?
I'm just saying that's like that. I'm saying like I'm just talking like they don't even like say it as like a proclamation, like the one above all, right?
Who does the Living Tribunal work for?
I'm just saying it's like
He
I mean
works for the one-
we got closer, we got eternity, we got Living Tribunal. So
what I'm saying
getting
is
close.
if we got Living Tribunal, it's only a matter of time until they bring in one above all.
I mean, we're not going to get a whole lot as way things are shaking out, but we'll see with Secret Wars or something if we get beyond her. So anyway, we're gonna go. I tortured these all people. I got these guys back for making shit of me all the time and doing all that. I made them sit here for 3 hours talking about only Thor.
This was a tie. All right, you had Thor beats Batman. You had Thor beat Goku. Although I question that website heavily.
Yeah, I agree.
You can do your own research.
But
The problem is
by reading Immortal Thor, you too.
Wait, everybody! I just found
calm
out
down.
something. I looked into the website, and guess who owns the website?
Who?
Our host.
Oh, damn it, Wizard.
That's
It's
that
me,
much,
Austin.
boy.
Wait,
You,
What I
hold
was
on, I
gonna
have a-
say though,
you rotten
was
mofo.
Hold
You
the
hold
problem
on.
is the
Hold on.
problem is- let me finish
Cynic.
my
I'm gonna play a clip, and then you can say your thing.
It was me, Barry. It was me, Barry.
There you go. Continue.
problem is the reason why Goku didn't win is because that website only has limited enough storage space. It only has very limited storage space.
Yeah,
And
the
it-
servers.
So many arcs for Goku to fully power up.
Yeah, he's got to yell that whole time.
Got to yell for so many episodes, and it didn't have enough time to do that. So he was like in strength.
But Thor comes right out of the gate ready to rock.
Yeah.
See,
So
that's
go
the
to
thing.
go to Wizards Patreon so you can give enough money so you can buy bigger servers.
I don't have Patreon. I'm not Jesker.
I do have a Patreon. Go check it out.
Well, give it to Jessica so he can buy Wizard a bigger server for him so he can
I ain't giving Wizard shit.
poison generations to come with
You
Thor.
already all gave me, your smiling faces every week. And next week we will be back with WoW Wednesday. The original crew will be here, and we'll be going over 2024 and looking ahead to 2025. So be ready for that. Thorsday will come around as it is needed. But
he ain't letting our asses back, is he?
well, hold on. You're absolutely right. Good night, everybody.
I knew it.